Okay, Broncos country, we are live, but you guys know the drill by now. We just got to let the stream breathe for just a second here. Make sure that everything is nice and stable across the YouTube platform. We had to call a little bit of an audible today on today's stream because I normally use Streamlabs to do all of my content, from recording to streaming everything. But for whatever reason, today Streamlabs did not want to cooperate and go live. So we had to pivot and go live here on StreamYard. So apologies for a slight downgrade in quality. I know we're not going to have like a normal scoreboard that we have, and we've got this stupid little watermark because I'm not paying StreamYard for when I barely use it. So anyway, guys, welcome in. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this Denver Broncos Syndicate live stream of Week 4 versus the New York Jets. I'm your host, Gage Madrid. We've got Rod in the house. Says, good to see you, Gage. We've got Xander in the house saying, we back, baby. Denver Broncos looking to pick up their second win of the 2024 season, try to get back up to 500 at 2-2. And right now, the Denver Broncos definitely have their work cut out for them against this New York Jets team that's really starting to put things together on both sides of the ball. They're playing good football offensively as well as defensively. It all starts, of course, with Aaron Rodgers, finally back and healthy from his torn Achilles. He is playing about as well as you could ask a 40-year-old quarterback coming off an Achilles to play, and then some. He's moving around, extending plays with his legs. He's making good decisions on the field. He gets the Jets out of bad plays. His arm looks as lively and as fresh as ever. Aaron Rodgers is going to give this Broncos secondary its toughest challenge of the year. It's going to be really intriguing to see how they respond. Additionally, the New York Jets ground game is nothing to sneeze at with Breece Hall and Braylon Allen, almost a thunder and lightning type approach. Braylon Allen, a physical, hard-nosed runner, 6'1", 235 pounds, has a little bit of Derrick Henry to his game because he's deceivingly fast for his size. And then additionally, Breece Hall, he's given the Broncos fits before, as I'm currently dying from a bong rip, guys. Sorry. But Breece Hall has given the Broncos fits historically. He single-handedly won the Jets that game last year in Denver with the way that he ran the ball down the Broncos' throat in that second half. So I really think that Breece Hall is going to be a big X factor along with Braylon Allen in this game. And we got to, of course, talk about the New York Jets defense because they are an absolute juggernaut, led by head coach Robert Saleh and defensive coordinator Jeff Ulbrich. They are playing physical, aggressive, with their hair on fire. We're finally getting to see this New York Jets defense at their true peak form because they get to play with leads, knowing that they no longer have to win games 13-10. They know that Aaron Rodgers is going to score points for them on the other side. So they're playing with their hair on fire, just like I said, a lot of physical man coverage. Robert Saleh, he runs a lot of four-man fronts, but he will also load jam one side of the offensive line where he puts more guys on the line than you can block on one side, and it makes for communication issues up front. No doubt the New York Jets are going to want to load jam the right side of this Broncos offensive line and try to scheme up matchups for Alex Palczewski. Palczewski played really well in his NFL debut at right tackle against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We're going to see how he holds up today against stiffer competition, in particular, Will McDonald, the edge rusher for the New York Jets. All right, guys, we are getting rocking and rolling here. Let me know how the audio is. We are streaming from our new setup today. Moved into my new apartment, so let me know how everything sounds. I'm going to be working on getting some better audio and some better lighting in this place over the next couple of days. Got to head down to Best Buy and get some foam pads and get some new lighting. So it's going to be Cody Barton and likely Christian Welch, but we will see for sure in just a second. Welcome in, Rowan. So, what is your prediction for today's game, guys? How do you think it's going to go? What do you think the score is going to be? I have maintained that I believe the New York Jets will win this game. I just think they outmatch the Broncos on both sides of the ball, and Aaron Rodgers is going to be the key X factor for this game, and it's just going to be tough keeping up with Aaron Rodgers and company when Bo Nix and the offense are going to get a really tough test against Robert Saleh's defense. So I have the New York Jets winning 24-16, but let me know your thoughts. Julian said 156-3 Broncos. Broncos lose 21-16 and 24-20 Broncos. So I think we're all in agreement that it's not going to be like a 35-30 situation. It's going to be a somewhat lower score. I think the Jets offense is going to score some points. It's just going to be all about if the Broncos can keep up with them or not. Robert Saleh is going to have a field day out there against Bo Nix and company. Bo is going to have to identify some of these exotic looks that are coming up front, much like the Seattle game, and he's going to have answers for it. The Broncos have spent the past week in West Virginia preparing, and they're going to have to deal with some elements in this game as it is raining out there at MetLife Stadium. I said in the pregame stream that the rain could actually play to the Broncos' advantage a little bit because we all know MetLife Stadium has really crappy turf. And when you have crappy turf that doesn't have a lot of give to it, having rain, allowing your feet to slip instead of get stuck in the ground and potentially tear your ACL, tear your Achilles, that is going to help. So the rain plays a little bit of a factor, but it helps at least prevent some of the injuries, hopefully, knock on wood. You got D Brown in the house. Good to see you, D. Hopefully you are doing well. And just like Bronco fan says, this defensive line determines who wins this game. It's all about really the battle in the trenches. Who wins up front? Last week, the Broncos kicked the Buccaneers' ass in the trenches. The Jets are a better trench team than the Buccaneers are, so we'll see what happens. All right. Beautiful shot of New York City. Very rainy there at MetLife Stadium. Robert, that's awesome. Can't wait to see you out there, my man. 62 degrees with showers there at MetLife. All right. Looks like it's going to be the Jets with the ball first. I see Will Lutz taking the field. Storyline here today. The Jets are 2-1, trying to open up 3-1 for the I agree. I definitely agree. Bring out the heavier packages. Absolutely. Day like today where it's rainy, if you're going to establish the ground game, you've got to do it with heavier personnel. So I definitely agree. There's Fireman Ed getting the crowd fired up. Broncos apparently won the toss and deferred, or the Jets won it and elected to receive. Not sure which, but Jets get the ball first. Will Lutz to kick off. Right on, Robert. All right, here we go. Well, we do want a 3-and-out defensively, David. Here comes Aaron Rodgers and company. 2.5-second time to release this season. He's been getting the ball out lightning fast. And just like Julian says, everyone, please be sure to leave a like on this stream as well as subscribe to the channel. Helps us out tremendously. And here we go. Aaron and the Jets begin at the 30-yard line. 5 down linemen for Denver. Garrett Wilson in motion to the left. Aaron Rodgers with a straight drop back. And right away he gets decked. Justin Cernod getting the start at linebacker today, and he gets a sack right out the gate. So that answers your question on who's going to start at linebacker as Justin Cernod comes in like a cannon. It looks like they set up a stunt with him. That was sick. Bro, man, that was sick. Just kind of overloaded one side of the line and brought him crossing in. Vance Joseph already dialing into his bag of tricks, man. So 2nd and 18 now for the Jets. Trips left. Rodgers fires it, and it is overthrown. Good coverage on Jeremy Ruckert. Riley, or actually it was Tyler Conklin. Riley Moss with textbook coverage there. Really good job by Riley Moss holding up against the bigger body tight end, Tyler Conklin. Their top receiving tight end, Jeremy Ruckert. or their blocker. Third down and 18. This is exactly what you want to do defensively, is get the Jets in these third down and long situations. Third and 18. Rodgers just goes underneath here to Wilson, and Wilson not going to get there. The ball comes out. Ball comes out. Ball comes out. Denver says they have it. Denver says they have it. Garrett Wilson coughs it up, and it's Denver football. The Denver Broncos get an opening drive turnover. P.J. Locke. Let's go. What a start. So we start off with a sack, and Brandon Jones jars that ball out. Riley Moss, Johnny on the spot. Look at that punch out there by Jones. Just jars it out with his helmet. The ball's slippery. Wilson's not wearing any gloves because of that reason. And Brandon Jones makes a big-time play. First and 10 now for Bo Nix in the offense. Play fake. Nix floats it to Javonte Williams. Williams looking for some room. Williams toe taps and picks up 2 yards. But we got a flag down. Ron Torbert is our referee today.
So we'll hear from Ron Torbert, veteran referee, 11 years. As their offense.
They were trying to set up a pick. They got Troy Franklin there. Yep. Engaged a little bit too early there on that block. There's Sean Payton.
For the Ducks. Sean Payton. Really like
Bo Nix, 107 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns this season, both leading the team. Didn't like that play call. Yeah, not great. Nix, incomplete. Off the play action, trying to go back shoulder to Cortland Sutton, was not there. We got another flag down. And that is why Sean Payton is not playing Troy Franklin much. That was a mental error for sure, but that's easily coachable. It is. Kim forced a turnover on the opening drive. Got a sack and then a turnover. But so they got an ineligible man downfield on Ben Powers there. So that usually happens when the quarterback holds on to the ball a little bit too long, setting up those RPO plays. Linemen get downfield. Jets decline the penalty, though, so it's going to be 2nd down and 20. So you're already behind the chains here offensively. Cortland Sutton in motion to the left side. Williams in the backfield. Nix going deep. Nix overthrown. Looking for Cortland Sutton. He was matched up on DJ Reed. Kim, we had to call an audible today, and we're rocking with a different streaming server, so unfortunately I can't bring in the scoreboard today. I agree. This is why we need slants. So, Bo Nix showcasing that he's willing to test downfield there. That was pretty good coverage by Reed. Could have been a better throw as well. 3rd down and 20 now. You're on the edge of field goal range. You want to take the lead first here, so don't do anything stupid. No sacks, no penalties. Just a little screen there, and that was a negative play. That might have knocked you out of field goal range. It was a bubble screen to Troy Franklin, loss of 4. And I don't think you're going to try a field goal that far in these conditions. You're probably going to have to punt this.
You see that corner already crept up? You see that? How close he was to the line of scrimmage?
Yep.
He's not backed off to allow your blocker an opportunity.
Not great. Yeah, and I would have rather run like a draw or something right there. It was a great play by DJ Reed. I'm not discounting what Reed did there, but now the Broncos are going to have to punt it away. Hope Riley Dixon can come up with something good here and pin him back deep. Yeah, that's a problem. So Dixon's punt, and they do it. Marvin Mims downs it at the 1-inch line. So special teams come up Good. There you go. So it looks like this is going to be another defensive and special teams battle here. I did not like that play calling and that play sequencing there at all. I'm going to get rid of that. One advantage here with me using Streamlabs is I can get rid of the bots. I can't get rid of the bot, or when I'm using StreamYard, I can get rid of the bots. I can't get rid of the bots on Streamlabs. Thank you so much, Jetty Clips. Good to see you. Yeah, I agree. I did not like that play calling at all. You got yourself behind the chains, had a couple of penalties, didn't try to establish the ground game, and especially that third down play call right there. I would have rather tried to run a draw or something. It looked like you had a light front that could have worked. Sam Darnold just threw a dot. I'm really intrigued to see if the Vikings can keep it up this week. I'm also interested to see if Jordan Love's healthy. If so, then that's going to be a good game for sure. We could have got Bucky Irving instead of Tweener Troy. I wasn't a fan of that draft pick at the time. I got reamed for it, but now we're starting to see it. There were starting caliber tight ends on the board when the Broncos traded up to get Troy Franklin. And currently the Broncos have the worst tight end room in the NFL, and Troy Franklin is barely seeing the field, and when he is seeing the field, we're seeing mental errors. So I get the logic behind the pick. You want to pair Bo Nix with his college receiver, but bro, I feel like that was a mismanagement of resources by the Broncos. We'll see how that ages with time, but you could have gotten a starting tight end with that pick. That's the stance I maintained then, and that's the stance I will maintain now. Yep, free yards, and you do nothing with it. Your defense gets you in great field position. You already have a field goal in your back pocket, and down the toilet. Terrible execution. Yep, exactly. College is not the NFL. They are very different games. Just because you play well in the college game doesn't mean that's going to translate to the NFL level. And I had concerns about Franklin's game translating to the NFL level. Yep, absolutely, Stuart. 12:50 left to play in the first quarter. New York Jets pinned back at their own 1 yard line after a perfect punt by Riley Dixon. Uh-oh. Oh, that's not good. All right. Probably here comes a hard count from Aaron Rodgers here. Jets have nothing to lose. And Breece Hall lowers his shoulder, gains a yard, but we got a flag in the end zone. If this is holding in the end zone, this is a safety. If this is holding in the end zone, this is a safety. We saw this week 1 in Seattle. If this is holding in the end zone, it is. Oh, they said he was out of the end zone. They declined the penalty. So Smith was out of the end zone there. It wasn't going to be a safety. Just decline the penalty and take the down. You're good, man. You're good. Yep. They were just out of the end zone. They got lucky. I want to see that again. Handoff. Oh, stonewalled. Looks like he lost yardage there. Was that Braylon Allen? Justin Sternad comes in there again. DJ Jones was part of that as well. A convoy of Broncos. Pat Surtain, 1 first-round pick. It's stunning when you see it, but when you watch it, they are, you also realize 3rd down and 9. So if the Broncos can get a stop here, they hopefully will get good field position. We got a flag, and it's a false start. It's going to back the Jets up about a foot. John Simpson, the guilty party. Just to think how far we've come in a year, man. So 3rd down and 10 from the 1. Aaron's in the shotgun here. And we got another false start. Yep. Aaron Rodgers draws his own guys off sides there. Should know that the hard count's coming, man. You always use a hard count when you're pinned back deep in your own territory. You've got nothing to lose. That's bad discipline by the Jets. So now they are pinned back inside their own 1-yard line. They got to be careful here and just try to get some room for this punt. No coverage bust for Denver. They're playing man, it looks like. They are playing man. And it's incomplete. Sticky, tacky coverage on Alan Lazard by Jaquan McMillan. And it's not Macmillan, buddy. It's Jaquan McMillan. It's not Jaquan McMillan. It's Jaquan McMillan, buddy. Money Mac. Yeah, but they still have a Hall of Fame quarterback, and they still have a good team. So we'll see, man. But thus far, the Jets are shooting themselves in the foot. Broncos looking to get good field position here. Thomas Morstead is standing in the back of his end zone. Morstead's going to have to get this out quick. He does just that. High, booming punt. It's going to give Marvin Mims some room to roam. Marvin Mims across or near the 50. Doesn't quite get across it. Gets down at about the 48-yard line. A 56-yard punt there from Thomas Morstead. But Denver still with very favorable field position right there. Let's see if they try to establish the ground game on this ensuing drive, because they didn't try to do it last time when they were already basically in field goal range. That was frustrating. He is, man. He is an absolute stud at nickel. The Broncos have always had a knack of developing good nickels dating back to like Chris Harris Jr. And now we got Jaquan McMillan, man. Defense needs to hold up all day, and hopefully Peyton will get his act together. Again, I did not like that play sequencing there to start off. They did try to test downfield to their credit, but they didn't try to establish the ground game. I wish they would try to establish the ground game there. McMillan, one of those gems as an undrafted free agent. Did Marvin Mims look slow there? I didn't really see anything. I'll have to look again if maybe he's dealing with an injury or something. Not exactly sure. And speaking of undrafted free agent gems, the Broncos do have Lavelle Bailey on the active roster today. He is in uniform. We could see him potentially make some plays out there today. Right now, it's Justin Sternad and Cody Barton starting at linebacker. Sternad's already made a couple of plays, so that is really good to see. William says the Broncos have no chance. Well, we'll see, man. Right now, it's a pretty even matchup. We got Tyreek Hill in the house. What's going on, man? How you doing? How you doing? Once we find a great coverage linebacker, this defense will be scary. And to be honest, coverage linebackers like that are kind of a dying breed in the NFL. It's harder and harder to find cats like that because you don't really see a lot of heavy personnel offensively run in college. It's all this spread 5 wides crap, and it's hard to find linebackers that can cover because you're seeing a lot more nickel and dime personnel in college as a result of all the speed that's really taken over that game. And as it's not really developing linebackers, it's not really developing tight ends. There are positions where the quality has significantly dropped off in the NFL because of the play. And Quincy Williams is a perfect example. I'm not saying it's a dead breed. I'm saying it's a dying breed. It's not like it was 20 years ago where linebackers were a dime a dozen and tight ends were a dime a dozen. Well, thank you so much for tuning in, Sharon. Chaz Surratt, man. Big play right there. 2nd down.
So Bo Nix, number 12 overall pick Oregon background. Also tied for the shortest name in NFL history. I know you're a trivia guy.
Tied for the shortest name in NFL history. That's funny.
The answer to a trivia question. You think Al Day was really all day and circuited by one?
2nd and 9. Nix rolling to his left. He's going to dump it underneath, and met behind the line of scrimmage is Tyler Bidet. That's going to bring up a 3rd down. Loss of 2 on that play. Jamie and Sherwood makes the tackle there for the Jets. Sherwood has stepped in and played really well in place of C.J. Mosley. 3rd down and 11. There's Jeff Ulbrich, the New York Jets defensive coordinator. 8 different players with at least half a sack last week against the New England Patriots. They dominated. Broncos have -5 total yards in this game. Nix batted at the line, incomplete, trying to hit Greg Dulcich, and a quick 3 and out. Ugh, man. You don't try to establish anything up front, man. You get stonewalled in your first carry, and then you abandon the run. It's frustrating.
So 4 possessions combined, -5 yards.
High punt, Dixon. Xavier Gibson fields it in at the 20-yard line. So this is battle of field position so far. Rodgers and the offense come out for their 3rd possession. So twice now you get favorable field position and you do nothing with it offensively. That is terrible, man. Those are opportunities that you have to capitalize on. I don't understand why you're trying to play conservative now, man. You're really... Where's the physicality from last week? Where's the aggressiveness from last week? I don't understand it. I really don't. As I am out of focus right now. Sorry, guys. I don't know why my camera is doing that. It should refocus in 1 second. Stewart says Peyton is really starting to piss me off. Understandable. Yep, and you can't wear your defense out, and that's what you're doing. Your defense is playing lights out. They've gotten you favorable field position twice. NFL coaches hate abandoning their script. Well, when your script clearly isn't working, when the Jets are coming out and they're countering your script, then I don't understand why you don't want to pivot away from it. But these coaches, man, it's ego. Just like BK says, it is ego. Guaranteed score by the Jets this drive. Let's see, man. I bet the defense can hold up one more drive here. They got to give their offense one more chance. Yep, not great. Not great at all. Sorry I'm out of focus here, guys. Oh, wait. Am I back? Almost. Sorry. Cannot wait to get a better camera. That's better. Yeah, I think the defense can hold up one more drive, but that's it. Offensively, you've got to help them out. You've got to establish a long drive, get them off the field, and rest them. Got to run the ball. Got to take time off the clock. Right now, you've got -5 yards on offense. Pitiful. The Jets, however, have 0 yards. So they're not doing much better. Only 16 people liked, 100 people watching. Yes, guys, please be sure to like this stream. I would really appreciate it. Free and easy way to show your support. Helps tell YouTube to push us out and helps us get seen by more and more members of Broncos country, just like you and me. Average drive start so far is the Jets 41 for Denver, and they have no points to show for it. Start off with Breece Hall. He's going nowhere. Malcolm Roach, Cody Barton were in on that one. 2nd down and 10. 9 minutes and 17 seconds to play in the first quarter. That is a blast from the past, man. Nick Mangold, NFL legend. How long will you hold off Rodgers? Again, I give him one more drive. After that, man, it's going to be really tough sledding. Your defense is going to get gassed. You've got to reward them here if they get a stop. Thus far, the run game has not been effective. Denver's been all over. Is that Justin Sternad again in the backfield? It is. So Sternad stepping in and playing really well so far with Alex Singleton down for the season. Cody Barton steps in as the green dot. Sternad now comes in and once again shoots the gap and stonewalls Breece Hall in the backfield. Seriously. Oh, crap. How bad is it? Oh, that's not good. 3rd down and 12. Once again, you get him in a 3rd and long. Rodgers climbing the pocket. Rodgers bounces out of a sack. Rodgers slings it. It's incomplete. Man, the Broncos have had a consistent presence in the backfield throughout the last couple of weeks. Nick Bonito was back there. Good coverage again by Riley Moss on the back end. Bonito nearly gets Rodgers and actually does get him on the ground right there. Now 4th down and 12. Zach Allen was in on that as well. Dude, Sternad is playing so well. This is close, man. Both defenses are playing well. Absolutely. I remember a couple of years ago, he really struggled in that area. He really struggled identifying gaps and shooting them, and we've seen him do it twice in this game now. He's looked great. Is this the same Vance Joseph that gave up 70 last season? I know it, man. The fact is, Vance Joseph is going back to his Wade Phillips roots. He's no longer trying to run this hybrid crap of Vic Fangio's scheme and his scheme. He's going back to the old school Wade Phillips scheme. Single high, cover one, blitz the crap out of you, play consistent, sound, physical run defense. This looks like the Wade Phillips scheme, man, and it is so good to see that make a comeback in the NFL. I have missed this kind of defense for the Denver Broncos. They're not playing passive, soft, squishy zone coverage anymore. They're actually playing physical, tough, and aggressive. I love it so much. This looks to be a real snoozer of a game. I personally love defensive slugfests like this. These are my favorite kind of games, so I enjoy this personally. I remember everyone was hyped up for Sternad, but he disappointed. Dude is an athlete, and just like BK says here, man, sometimes sitting and learning helps, and he has definitely been able to take advantage of that opportunity to sit back and learn. Thank you so much, D. Really appreciate the $2.79 Canadian towards your best Mountain Dew. Thank you so much, man. I do like defensive games, but that's just because I guess I'm a defensive-minded guy. I like low-scoring affairs. I like hitting. I like physicality. I like stopping the run. I like playing aggressive man coverage. I guess I would be a good defensive guy in the NFL. I wouldn't probably coach well on the offensive side of the ball. I play really physical, tough defense when I play Madden. Like, I like to win low-scoring games. It is raining. It will be that kind of game. That is very true. Bronco fan loves defensive games as well. Yeah, Crosby, I believe he is out this week. Him and Adams both. And I got a feeling we might not see him either next week either. The Raiders are, just like Robert says, the Raiders are a mess. They are an absolute joke.
The NFL on CBS streams live on Paramount Plus all season long on any device.
7:52 left to play in the first quarter. This has been a slow-moving first quarter so far. 1st and 10 now from the 34-yard line. Your defense has gotten you 3 stops. You've got to reward them. Toss it to McLaughlin. Able to weave his way forward, gain of 4. So run game, able to get yourself some positive yardage there. If you're averaging 4 yards a pop, that's a first down every 3 plays. You'll take it. William, come on, bro. Second down and 5. I formation. Run the draw here, and that only nets a couple. Had Michael Burton leading the way there for, I believe that was Javonte Williams. Bring up a third down and about 3 or 4. Oh, Baker. Looks like the Jets are starting to respond, or the Buccaneers are starting to respond nicely after last week. Young, thank you so much for the $20, says Go Broncos. Thank you so much. Helps keep the lights on here at Broncos Syndicate. Really appreciate that, guys. Third down and 3. From the 41. Williams on a little orbit. Nix flushed out, incomplete. Looked like he wasn't on the same page with Josh Reynolds, and the Broncos once again go 3 and out. And the offense is starting to regress back to the mean. We had Sutton matched up on Sauce Gardner here, locked up. Absolutely nowhere to go there with Sutton. That's frustrating. Yep, he might be, man. That's frustrating. Xavier Gibson stays on his feet, stumbles forward to the 23. And just like I said, man, that was probably going to be your last drive that the defense was going to hold up. Now I expect Rodgers and the offense to get in a rhythm here. Bo Nix looks skittish and looks uncomfortable out there. Vele is inactive, Robert. They're trying to be smart and conservative with his rib injury. I don't think we're going to see him for another week or two. We need some outside zone runs. That hasn't traditionally been Sean Payton's bread and butter. He's been more of an inside guy, a more power run dude. So, I don't know. Maybe he'll deviate from the norm a little bit, but right now it's been very poor. They've run a couple of them, Rodney. They did run that one on the ineligible man downfield penalty, but they haven't run them enough or efficiently enough. Yeah, still not quite right with those ribs. It's definitely a broken rib situation. Oh yeah, definitely. It's the staple of the Shanahan coaching scheme. But what's funny is we've now seen Kyle Shanahan and Sean McVay, the two brainchilds of that scheme in the NFL right now. Obviously, it was Mike Shanahan who deviated it, but the brainchilds of it in the league right now are Kyle and Sean, and they still run their outside zone, but they run a lot more duo, a lot more gap running, stuff like that. Anthony Richardson's hurt. Oh, crap. That's not good. It's one concern about Richardson, man. He can't stay healthy. Let me know what's going on with him. Keep me informed. And what's going on with Burrow? Anybody got an update on Joe Burrow? Yeah, that is not good, man, at all. The defense pressure is going to hold up, or the defense pressure up front is going to hold the Jets this next possession. Let's go Zach Allen, DJ Jones, Benito, go Broncos. They've got to, man. They've got to hold up, but I'm concerned now. They've gotten 3 opportunities, the offense has, and they haven't capitalized on them. Now you've got your defense out there again. They're going to start to get gassed. Rodney, I don't think Joe Lombardi would solve this problem. At this point, your scheme's your scheme. I don't think he's really going to do much about it.
The Jets going against his former team, the head coach of the Broncos in 2022, went 4-11 before he was he got the job. He had some comments in regards to Hackett. Said it was
all right, 1st and 10 now.
Rodgers took exception to that. When asked about
Breece Hall under center, 5 down linemen for Denver. Denver's stacking the box so far. Dump it to Jeremy Ruckert. Ruckert lowers his shoulder, gains 9. So now we're starting to see it get in a rhythm here.
New York State High School Player of the Year as part of the Lindenhurst Bulldogs on Long Island. That's a gain of 9.
Yep, just a little bootleg, dump off to the tight end of the flat. Very simple. There's Nathaniel Hackett, former Broncos head coach, now the offensive coordinator of the New York Jets. Second and 1. Nowhere to go there. This run defense has been stout. That time, Breece Hall runs into Jonah Ellis. I'm surprised that we're not seeing more Braylon Allen in this game. It's been all Breece Hall to start off.
Once again, what is happening? There is no movement created in the front of Denver. In fact, all the movement is being created.
Very slow-moving first quarter. 5:12 left to play and counting. 3rd down and 3. If Denver can get off the field here, man. Oh, false start. Rodgers has been working that hard count, and he's gotten his guys to jump a couple of times. Denver hasn't jumped once. Broncos had the advantage there with Zach Wilson mimicking Aaron Rodgers' hard count all week. So Rodgers has been working it, and the Broncos defense has stayed disciplined so far. Rodgers not happy at all. 3rd down and 8. That is the 3rd penalty for the Jets today. Garrett Wilson goes in motion. Pat Surtain follows him to the right. Rodgers stepping up. Rodgers is caught from behind. Zach Allen brings him down. And once again, the Denver Broncos defense gets a stop. Jets are so undisciplined. Rodgers isn't going to like that, man. That has to get cleaned up. Yes, Garrett Wilson did have the fumble. Brandon Jones forced it. Riley Moss recovered it. Seriously, man, Zach Allen has been a hell of a find. He really looks like the 4th Watt brother. 4th and 7. Morstead. Ooh, that was nearly blocked. High kick. Uh-oh, that's interference. What the hell? Marvin Mims was run right into, and he is hurt. Oh, and Riley Moss is – okay, Moss is up. Moss is up, but Marvin Mims is hurt. What the actual – bro. That's on Irvin Charles for the Jets. He ran right into him. Bro, what the – oh, there's a flag. There is definitely a flag. That's dirty. He was signaling fair. So Marvin Mims signaled for a fair catch, and the Jets guy ran right into him and blasted him, and Mims is hurt. Ugh. You could see him do that fencing position with his fingers. Okay, 1 second. Oh, that makes me so mad, dude. Bro, that makes me mad. Yeah, Mims. He's still down? Dude, that pisses me off. That was dirty. He was signaling for a fair catch. You've got to pull up there. That's bad discipline. That's the kind of shit that'll get you cut. It really will. Dude. Oh, God. Hopefully Mims is okay, bro. I'm looking right now on Twitter to see if we've got an update on him. Dude. It looked like that might be a concussion. I don't know for sure. He's still on the field, according to Andrew Mason. Ay. All right, William. That's it. 2 strikes, you're out. Bro, that was dirty. Okay, Mims is up. He is up and is walking off under his own power. You got to imagine he is done for the day. Dude, that was Bush League. That really was. Oh, good to see him smiling there. And, okay, Charles did go up and apologize to him. All right. Charles went up, dapped him up, and gave him a hug. All right. All right. At least Charles had remorse for it. But that was still a Bush League play. First and 10. Handoff to Bidet. Bidet bringing some burst, but there's a flag. Flag in the backfield. Broncos are already walking back. You know what that means. They get Palczewski on that one.
That is Alex Palczewski, who has stepped into the injured Mike Backlit, who was put on IR with an MCL sprain that he suffered week 2 against Pittsburgh.
Self-inflicted wounds, man. Today gets outside, and yep. Well, from that angle, it didn't look like much, but I see what the officials saw. Clemens tried to get outside, and Palczewski had a hold of him and hooked him. First and 20. These self-inflicted wounds, man. So first down and 20, and you're going to throw behind the line of scrimmage, Sean. And that gets you right back to the line of scrimmage. You're in second down and long. You're probably going to be in a third down and long now. That's bad play calling. If you've shot yourself in the foot with a penalty, don't shoot yourself in the foot again by throwing behind the damn line of scrimmage. Come on, Sean. You're smarter than me about football. You know football. You've forgotten more football than I could know in my lifetime. How should I know this and you not, Sean? Seriously. Second and 20. Bo's going to pull it down. Bo Nix dives forward, and he's going to get it to about the 45. Took a hard hit. I really wish Bo Nix would learn how to slide. Yep, I agree. You've got to slide. You cannot take that kind of punishment in the NFL and not expect to get injured. Third down and 13. Keep shooting yourself in the foot and getting in these third and long situations. Bo is 3 for 7 for -5 yards passing. And again, a screen. Terrible play call. But they lost the ball. It's recovered by the Jets. Bro, why are you calling a screen on 3rd and 13? I can't even get mad at Bidet for losing that ball. That was a horrible play call. Sean, what the actual hell? And now Bidet's hurt too. Bro. Quincy Williams jarred him out, man. Oh my God. Bro. What are you doing? So you get yourself backed up, and then on 3rd and 13, you don't trust your drop back passing game enough, and you call a bloody screen. Jets now have it in great field position with a chance to strike first, and now we see Braylon Allen. Allen surges forward, powers, and gets 9. Bro, what the hell? This is like situational football 101. Yep. Bro, this is terrible play calling. I don't know, Kim. Your guess is as good as mine. Same old Broncos, man. Every single week, it's the same crap. Oh, man, good coverage there on Sternad. It looked like Breece Hall had a step, too. But Sternad closed in and got a break up. Sternad has played really well. Good closing speed right there, man. That was good. There have been bright spots on the defensive side of the ball. The defensive is great, but when your offense can't return the favor, certainly Robert Saleh's Jets do. Toss it to Allen that surges his head forward and gets the first down. Oh, we got a flag. The Jets continue to shoot themselves in the foot. All right. Well, if the Broncos are going to shoot themselves in the foot, at least the Jets are doing a good job returning the favor. Yeah, so do the Broncos. This is a really long first quarter, dude. More penalty yards than combined yards between. That's ridiculous. And now, yep, Bidet is down on the sideline, man. God. 3rd and 11. Broncos showing too high. Looks like they're playing cover 2. Rodgers stepping up. Rodgers surveys going deep downfield into the end zone. And it is going to be a flag on Riley Moss. Rodgers chucked that one into the end zone, and Moss gets the flag. 2 penalty markers in the end zone. Riley's played well, man, and he's in a tough spot here because Rodgers just launches that one up. Lazard tries. Oh, I don't like that call. I do not like that call. What's he supposed to do? He made a PBU on that. Bro. I don't even know what Riley Moss is supposed to do there. I don't like that call. They got a defensive tackle in as a fullback leading the way, and Breece Hall did not get there. Stood up at the goal line. Broncos also brought in their big personnel. That was John Franklin Myers, the ex-Jet, with the first penetration in the backfield right there. Richardson injured his hip. Oh, that's not good. So Joe Flacco's in the game right now, I take it. 2nd and goal. Finally tipping down to the end of the first quarter. Handoff. It's Hall, and he is not going anywhere. Cody Barton in the backfield that time to make the play. It's absolutely stonewalled, and that will finally take us to the end of the first quarter. That was a slopper. That really was. Offensively, couldn't get anything going, couldn't establish a rhythm. The play calling has been poor. Defensively, we've been great. I have no complaints at all about how the defense has been playing. Goal line, they've been great. They've forced turnovers. They've made a really big impact, but offensively, they have not returned the favor. Yeah, we would gladly take Breece Hall off your hands. The Broncos need a dynamic run game, and now Tyler Bidet's hurt. Yeah, that was pretty bad. That was pretty bad. All right, let's check in on the rest of the games here, shall we? So we've got Bengals and Panthers all knotted up. Looks like Joey B's still in the game, so that is very good to see. We've got Saints ahead of the Falcons 14-7. Jaguars ahead of Texans 10-7. Jaguars finally starting to get something going. Ooh, holy Vikings. They are continuing to do it. 20-0 over the Packers. Sam Darnold's 9 for 10, 116 yards and 2 touchdowns. Woo, boy. Vikings might actually be for real, dude. Buccaneers clowning on the Eagles right now. 21-0, bouncing back after losing to Denver last week. Baker Mayfield, big-time bounce-back day. 14 for 17, 148 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Really nice to see from them. I root for the Buccaneers. I've got some friends who are Buccaneers fans. Just obviously was not rooting for them last week. Colts now up 17-0. Flacco is 5 for 8, 26 yards, and a touchdown so far since entering the game. Rams lead the Bears 6-0. Bears continuing to struggle. Caleb Williams only has 18 yards passing so far. Yeah, dude, that is insane. Tyler Bidet is still down on the sideline. He's been down ever since, and it looks like they're going to immobilize him and put him on a backboard. Oh, my God. Dude, they're lifting him up, and they're putting him on a board right now. He took a shot to the back. Hopefully, this is just a precaution. It looks like they're going to take him to the hospital. Oh, yeah, he took a shot to his back. Holy crap. You normally see a neck, and they take him off on the stretcher, right? When it's the back, that really causes concern. Oh, dude. Oh, that is very scary. Oh my God. Well, I can see him moving his hands. He's moving his upper body. And I see some movement in his legs as well. I do see some movement in his legs. So that is good. Hopefully this is just a precaution. But they're working with swift urgency on the sideline. Shit. Oh, no, dude. That's not good, man. That is not good at all. Hopefully Bidet's going to be okay, man. Tyler Bidet. He took a collision to his back there, a helmet to the back on that fumble. Oh, my God. That's scary. That is very, very scary. Yeah, Blake Watson is inactive today. He's probably not going to be inactive moving forward, though. You got to feel for Tyler Bidet, though, man. He was finally starting to come into his own role there, getting an opportunity, and now this, dude. Makes you sick. It makes you sick to your stomach.
All right, Frosty.
And they've got him on the cart, and he has left the field. So, got to imagine he's now heading to the hospital. Ay, caramba. Yeah, we're not going to see Estime for a while. He's got to miss 2 more games. Ay. So, in the short term, the Broncos' run game is definitely going to take a hit. Now it's going to be Javonte Williams and Jaleel McLaughlin. But obviously, more long-term concerns are for the health of Tyler Bidet. Yep, for sure. All right. 3rd down and goal now from the 1-yard line. Lost and all that. Rodgers looking. He's got nowhere to go, and he's going to throw it away. So you got to imagine this is 4-down territory here for the Jets. John Franklin Myers, his ex-teammate, was giving chase. That was great coverage on the back end. It was Jonah Ellis, and it looked like Cody Barton back there as well. And they're going to keep the offense out there, as you do. Try to pin Denver back deep. Uh-oh, Vance Joseph. He looks like there might be some communication here. I don't hate burning a timeout here if you have to. 4th and goal, and they're coming out in the shotgun. Classic Nathaniel Hackett, bro. Classic Nathaniel Hackett. 4th and goal in the 1, and you're in the shotgun. Oh, false start again? False start again? Classic Nathaniel Hackett, bro. That is the 3rd time Rodgers. Oh, that is the 3rd time Rodgers has tried a hard count, and it has got them a 3rd time, man. I cannot believe the Jets are so undisciplined with Rodgers' hard count. Now they've got to kick it. Here comes Greg Zuerlein. Try to get the first points of today's game. It has been a slugfest so far. Both sides of the ball trading blows defensively. 23-yard chippy. Zuerlein is up and good. Jets are the first to grace the board. 3-0. 14:51 left to go in the second quarter. Dude, Rodgers has got to be pissed. I'd be pissed. Got the opportunity there. But by that same token, why try a hard count in that situation? I don't really get that. You try a hard count when you're backed up deep in your own territory on your own goal line, not when you're at your opponent's goal line in position to score. You're only asking for that to happen, especially when twice already your guys have jumped on your hard count. So, I don't know, man. I feel like that was just a bad sequence of events there by Nathaniel Hackett. And then let's not even talk about it's 4th down and goal from the 1-yard line and you getting shotgun. That is like classic Nathaniel Hackett right there. It gives me PTSD from that 12-9 Broncos-Colts game that ended in overtime. Same exact kind of stuff, man. That is classic Nathaniel Hackett. Zuerlein to kick it off with Marvin Mims not in there. We've got Tremon Smith. Oh, is Marvin Mims in there? Is Marvin back? I couldn't see who it was standing next to Smith. I couldn't see his number. And that's been a regression back to the mean for Bo because he didn't really have happy feet last week. All right, Zuerlein kicks it off and fielded in the end zone on a knee is Marvin Mims. So Mims is back in there. Good to see after he took that vicious shot. Very good to see Marvin back in there. Unfortunately, looks like Tyler Bidet is going to be down for a while. Absolutely, Rodney. Well, it sounds like Matt Parrott is reporting as eligible here. Broncos like to run the ball out of these jumbo packages, so kind of tipping your hand right there to a run. It is a bit of a lighter front, though, for the Jets. Lowering his shoulder, Javonte Williams gains a couple. And Anthony Richardson is out for the game. That sucks for the Colts. Back injury in the locker room, listed as questionable for Tyler Bidet, but given the optics of that, we're probably not going to see him for the rest of the game. 2nd down and 7. I formation, play action. Bo drifting right, dumps it to Williams, and he gets stonewalled. Behind the line of scrimmage, Ashton Davis makes the tackle for the Jets. 3rd down.
Just look how he closes. That's what we're seeing throughout this ball game. Not much has occurred downfield in the passing game. So when it's thrown short, we've seen people just go right to the
3rd and 8. Continue to shoot yourself in the foot. And the crowd getting loud there. 4 plays for negative yardage in this game for the Denver Broncos. Absolutely pitiful. Nix climbing the pocket, and it's not there. I have no idea who is even going for. Who is he even throwing that to? He got skittish big time on that one. Bo is not playing well. He's not seeing the field. Bro, what was that, man? Yep. It feels like he's seeing ghosts. It really does. In the house of Sam Darnold, he is seeing ghosts. 4th down and 8, Dixon. No first downs for Denver's offense so far. Xavier Gibson looking for some room to roam, and Gibson forced out of bounds near his own 25. This is a joke. 30-second timeout. Jets with the football. Man, this offense cannot do anything, bro. See, I've been saying this for a while, Bronco fan. He does need to go see Jordan Palmer. He needs to go see somebody about this footwork. Can't get happy feet. Can't get skittish in the pocket like that. Definitely is going to be like the most immediate thing Nix has to clean up in his game. Jordan Palmer is Carson Palmer's brother, former NFL quarterback in his own right. Jordan was. And he is now a quarterback fundamentals guru. So he works with footwork and stuff like that. He helped retool Josh Allen's lower body mechanics, and that's what really made Josh Allen hone in on his accuracy and made him a completely different player. 1st down and 10. Braylon Allen grinds forward, gains 5. Braylon Allen is what Broncos country wants Javonte Williams to be. A hard-nosed physical runner that actually has good vision, willing to lower his shoulder and take punishment. See, Zach Wilson, he's got a lot of issues with his footwork too. It's a lot of those same problems we're dealing with Bo right now. And at that point, I just rather ride with Bo. There's a reason why Zach Wilson is not the immediate backup. He is the 3rd string quarterback. If the Broncos were that confident in Zach, Stidham wouldn't be here, and he would be the backup quarterback. Good to see you, Bobby. Hopefully you're doing well. So now the Jets really starting to establish a rhythm on the ground. They now have 28 total yards to Denver's 8. They ride Allen again. Burst forward for a gain of 6. Yep. Eventually, your defense is going to crumble, man. They can't hold up forever, and we're starting to see it. They're starting to get gassed, and they're starting to get out-physicaled up front. Last week, they were able to play with the lead, and this week, doesn't look like that's going to happen. From the 42. Back to Allen, and he is blown up in the backfield. Nick Bonito, the first one there. Zach Allen cleans it up. That brings up another 3rd down for this Jets offense. The run defense, man, they're resilient. They gave up a couple of big runs right there, and they just came back, and Nick Bonito with a nice effort play. Zach Allen as well there to clean it up. Bonito. 3rd down and 6. Allen Lazard goes in motion to the bottom of the screen. Rodgers takes the high snap. A flag is down, and Rodgers is sacked. This might be offside, though. Flag flew immediately at the snap. Rodgers got blasted. Bonito was in the backfield again. Are they offside? Nope. Illegal motion. Jets weren't set. So right away, man, that was a just disaster from the jump there for the Jets. Alan Lazard, first of all, does not get set. And then Nick Bonito just comes in like a heat-seeking missile. Works on Tyron Smith that time. They are. Having Zach Wilson in the building helping with Aaron Rodgers' hard count, that was huge. It really was. Zach Wilson was the scout team quarterback this week, helping out with Rodgers' hard count, giving the defense those advantages. Because Wilson knows the exact hard count packages. He knows all of it. Tyron Smith is a weak point on that offensive line. I thought it was going to be Olu Fashanu, but right now, Fashanu's played well enough. It's been Smith that's really played poorly. Our defense is far ahead of our offense. I have to think the bad coaching job is Peyton. Something is not right schematically with this offense. I will definitely say that. I'm not going to sit here and say Sean Payton has forgotten how to coach, because it was just 3-4 years ago when he was in New Orleans, his last few years in New Orleans with Drew Brees, that they had a top 5 offense. And even without Drew Brees, Sean Payton has been able to operate an efficient offense. But this past couple of years, it's just been different. We've seen Sean Payton go 5-0 with Teddy Bridgewater and put him in a position to be successful. We've seen Sean Payton make Taysom Hill look like a competent NFL quarterback. We've seen Sean Payton go 6-2 with Jameis Winston before he tore his ACL and made Winston have a career year before he got hurt. So this whole notion that Sean Payton can't coach and that he's just a Drew Brees merchant, that's bull. It's absolute bull. But something is not right. I don't know what it is, but something is not right. I feel like Sean Payton needs to take a look back in the mirror and just see, okay, what's working, what's not working? Can I implement more motion? Can I implement more things to give pre-snap tells, stuff like that? I think Sean Payton can definitely do that. We've seen coaches like Mike McCarthy, who have run previously archaic offenses, be able to evolve and run literally the most motion in the entire league. So it's possible. Sean can do it. He's just got to take a step back and realize what can and can't work right now. And also, just like Crumble says, they don't have enough playmakers on offense. They don't have enough playmakers at the wide receiver position. They sure as hell don't have enough playmakers at the tight end position. 10-15 left to play in the first half. So, once again, man, your defense keeping you in this game. Bo Nix is 5 for 10 for -9 yards passing. -9 yards. I get that it's raining, but that's unacceptable. First down and 10. Now they're going to run it. Nice burst there from Williams. Williams slipping through, and he gets to the 39. So there's the Javonte Williams we want to see. There it is. It's there. He's got burst. He can do it. He does have good vision. He showed it there. He's just got to be consistent, man. It's all a matter of consistency with him. It's there. He just showed that it's there. I don't get it. Oh, my God. And now he is shaken up. Stretching out a little bit on the sideline. McLaughlin's now in. McLaughlin. Shifty. McLaughlin. Lowers his shoulder. He's close to that line to gain. Looks like he's got a first down. Now we're starting to see this run game get in a rhythm. Hopefully Sean woke up. First and 10. 9 minutes left to play in the second quarter. I mean, I agree Beatty's not a bell cow. He's too small to be a bell cow. But he did bring some burst to your run game. Now he might be gone for a while. Dump off to Franklin. Franklin able to surge forward and gain 2. 2nd down and 8. It seems on these bootlegs, Bo's not even reading downfield. If the underneath throw's there, he's going to take it. Jesus Christ, Justin Jefferson. Vikings lead the Packers 28-0. Good Lord. Can someone check on Tom Grossi? God, seriously. His team losing the purple incarnation of Satan. Oh, he's got to be in absolute hell right now. I don't know if Beatty's gone yet to the hospital. Last I heard, he was in the locker room. Nix tosses it low. Incomplete. It skipped it. Cortland Sutton. There's an RPO there. No, he's not. That was a shot put. It really was. Does he even have hold of the laces on that? Ooh, wait a minute. I want to take a look at that. Did Sutton catch that? But that literally looked like a shot put throw. 3rd down, the clock stopped. Denver burned a timeout. They're trying to figure out the situation with these footballs. Bo Nix is really struggling with the wet balls. You almost wish that the Broncos would have practiced in the rain yesterday. Third down and 8.
That usually doesn't work too well. So Georgia Mandy's first America, hoping that this means first and last.
I would say you should probably change your material. You're introducing you. I've never personally done that, but hey, you. You've been there. I've heard others use it. It usually doesn't end well.
Yeah, it's coming down hard.
There is a red flag.
Oh, is Sean Payton challenging that Cortland Sutton catch? I thought he had it. Oh, that's a catch. Oh, wait. I don't know who's telling him to challenge that either. It looked like he had it from one angle, but you can see on a different angle that he clearly didn't catch it. It skipped. That hit the ground. So wait a minute here. Sean burned a timeout. Now that he's challenging this, and he's probably going to lose that challenge, does that mean that they lose a second timeout? That better not. Bro, that skipped. I don't know who told Sean to challenge that from upstairs, but that's a bad challenge. Bro. Come on, man. I don't know who told Sean to challenge that. His eye in the sky just let him down right there. I don't know if he saw something on the Jumbotron and challenged it on his own accord, or if his eye in the sky told him to do it. Either way, that was a bad challenge. Yeah, that's definitely going to be incomplete. Yep. Lose back-to-back timeouts right there. That was such a bad sequence. I don't understand what that was. You can tell Bo's not comfortable gripping this ball. Yep, incomplete. Challenge lost. Yep, that was a terrible challenge. Denver now faces a 3rd down and 8. I understand that rain is like the hardest condition to throw a football in, but still, this is unacceptable. Especially after you were in West Virginia all week. They had rain. I don't understand how they didn't practice for this. Yep, so Sean Payton loses the challenge.
And they have lost a timeout. So that's 2 to the price of 1. They called the
Yep.
timeout, then challenge, lost the challenge,
And lost the second timeout.
second timeout.
How about the person who called down?
That was gross.
That's gonna be a tough discussion.
And now there's a flag down. You call a run play on 3rd down and freaking 8, bro. What a joke. Okay, well, that's at least a plus. All right, so Will McDonald offside there. Kind of helps bail Denver out a little bit, gets him in a more manageable 3rd down.
See where the hand is? It's not precise. It's right there.
Yeah, we'll see, man. That might be an option. I know there's some quarterbacks that don't like the feel of the ball with the glove, so I don't know how Bo feels about it. There are a bunch of different kinds of gloves you can try. 3rd down and 3. More looking like a 3rd down and 4, honestly. Nix going deep, testing one-on-one, incomplete. Looking for Troy Franklin. And Sean Payton's keeping the offense on the field. Bo does not like how this ball is coming off his hand. You can tell. He's like, yeah, they're going to punt it.
And that's the type of throw that normally, even if it's incomplete, there's a possibility of success on the play. Possibility of a chance of being caught. That one wasn't close.
Ay. 4th and 3. Riley Dixon. And that'll be fielded along the sideline at the 14-yard line. Rodgers and the Jets taking the field. No, this is starting to become a common theme, and it's becoming a concern. He has very poor accuracy downfield. He can't hold it on his arm strength. That is a real concern. He is playing really well. 7:35 left in the first half. Rodgers and the offense for the Jets begin at their own 15. 4 down linemen for Denver. Rodgers, one-on-one matchup, incomplete. Good coverage on Xavier Gibson by Riley Moss. 2nd down and 10. Riley Moss, man, he has been impressive. That is physical, tacky coverage. Was all over him. It was a little tiny face mask. Yeah, it was subtle, but there was no way the officials would see that in real time. 2nd and 10. Rodgers, incomplete. Jarred out by Jaquan McMillan once again, trying to go back to Xavier Gibson. 3rd down and 10. Great play by McMillan. This defense has been lights out. If Sean's going to give up the play calling, I'd love to see it go to Davis Webb. I really would. Brings some more modernization to this offense. 3rd and 10. They're taking the play clock all the way down. Rodgers flushed out. Rodgers is going to run for it, and Aaron Rodgers has the first down. Broncos lost contain, and Aaron Rodgers picks it up with his legs. Oh, that could have been a hold there on Olu Fashanu. Working on Dondre Tillman. It looked like he hook turned him a little bit. That could have been a hold on Fashanu. And off to Hall. Slithers forward, dives in, and gets 3.
So that gain for Hall gets him to 0 yards on 8 carries. Start over again.
Yeah, that looked like a hold. It really did.
Get it to first year, second year, or beyond. And here's Sertan at the bottom of the
2nd and 7. High snap again. Rogers goes underneath. Caught by Ruckert, and he gets a yard. And we have another 3rd down for the Jets. 6 minutes left to play in the second quarter. At this point, David, you might hope that your defense can get a score for you. Third down and 6. Rogers into the flat. It's Breece Hall. He is not going to get there. Good tackle by Levi Wallace there in the open field. Yep. So, man, this defense has done a great job keeping this team in the game. Fourth down and 1. Morstead punts it. And they're caught at about the 16-yard line. Make it the 17. Aaron Rodgers and Nathaniel Hackett going over things on the sideline. Rodgers is not happy. Dude, it does feel really similar to that. It does. First down and 10. 4:45 left to play in the quarter. Bo Nix, 6 for 13, negative 7 yards passing. About as bad as it gets. McLaughlin finds a little crease, slithers forward for a gain of 7. Tyler Bidet now officially ruled out with a back injury. Six completions today for Bo Nix. Only one of them went for positive yardage. Matt Parrott in the game now at 2nd down and 3. Broncos tipping their hand at a run here. Williams in the backfield. Williams dances, finds a little crease, and gets to the 30. Enough for the first down. So I think that might be Denver's first first down today, with 3:49 left to play in the first half. Vegas closed the bets in this game. Oh my God. It's going to be nice. It is going to be nice. 1st and 10. Williams, 4 carries for 22 yards. Can't be mad at that at all. And just as I say that, he runs into a brick wall, gain of 1. Yep. Bo had a hand warmer. He just got rid of it. He should try a glove at this rate, man. 2nd and 8. Nix gets it underneath to the flat. Adkins, gain of 1. And, okay, so they just put something in that hand warmer. I wonder if they gave him some chalk maybe. I have seen quarterbacks use chalk before on their hands in these kind of conditions. So I don't know if they just put a new hand warmer in or if they put in chalk. Zach's the 3rd string quarterback. He can't come in unless Bo and Stidham both get injured. They not benched, injured. Nix on the run, floats it incomplete. He has got to get gloves. He's got to try it. At this rate, without the gloves not working, you've got to try gloves. That was a horribly inaccurate throw. You've got to try gloves. We are now finally at the bloody 2-minute warning. We will be taking a little intermission here during halftime. And we will be back for second half action, guys. So hopefully you guys can stay tuned for that. He's got to try gloves, man. I understand they might not be comfortable, but you've got to try them. It literally looks like he's shot putting the ball. At least with the gloves, you'll have some tack, and it won't look like you're shot putting the damn ball every time. He played in cold weather a little bit in Oregon, but it's just wet. It's not even really cold. It's only like 65. It's just wet. And it's hard to get a grip on the football. Yep, when you combine bad footwork with not gripping the ball, that's what's going to happen, Bobby. It's terrible. Broncos drive chart to start the game. Punt, 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 fumble, punt, punt, punt. That is not the formula to win football games. Seriously, man, at this point, he's got to try gloves. Yep, not good, man. It is not. We're not seeing that consistent development that we were hoping to see this week. We're not seeing that step forward. And there's only so much excuse you can give for the weather. In fairness, Aaron Rodgers is not faring much better. No cooking. Where's Reynolds at? No clue. He's been non-existent. BK says gloves aren't helping. Well, at this point, you've got to try something. He's literally shot putting the ball. 4th and 8. Riley Dixon punts it. Xavier Gibson looking for some room. He finds it and gets to the 27. 53-yard punt. Jets trying to go downfield on a 2-minute drill. Yeah, I mean, if we're going to sit here and clobber on Bo Nix, we need to also call a spade and say Aaron Rodgers isn't playing well either. Now, they're not playing well for different reasons, but you got to be fair here in your analysis. Last week, the Jets had 400 yards against the Patriots. Today, they've got 45. First down and 10. Garrett Wilson goes in motion to the right side. Rodgers floats. Rodgers gets hits on the release. It's complete. Alan Lazard finds the little void in the zone and gets it to the 48-yard line of the Jets, or of Denver. They're hurrying him up to the line. Minute and a half left to play in the half. Rodgers incomplete. That's the first passing first down of the day. Jesus.
Good pass rush by Cooper Zero. Zach Allen from the backside. Has out Rodgers, feeling it, and then able to really put some zip on it into the spot for Lazard. And then came back the next play and ran ineffective. He ends up, ball comes off his hand raw. Mother Nature, always difficult to overcome.
Second and 10, minute 15. Jets have all three timeouts from the Denver 49. Rodgers pulls it down, and met right away at the line is Alan Lazard. Jaquan McMillan with another beautiful downhill tackle. Third down and 10. Nathaniel Hackett sending the play in. Trips right. Rodgers changing the play at the line. Clock ticking under a minute to go. Rodgers taking his time here. And this is where not having your timeouts hurts if you're Denver. Rodgers gets hit on the release and somehow gets it to Lazard. Now calls a timeout with 28 seconds. What a play by Aaron Rodgers. Yep, and he did. Wasn't even bad coverage by Denver either. That was just a really good veteran play by Aaron Rodgers.
Jonathan Cooper. You're talking about a split second on the release by Rodgers. Knowing that Lazard would be there.
Anthony, it's 3-0 Jets. Denver cannot do anything offensively. Yeah, Olu Fashanu has been good, man. He had that one hold, but other than that, man, not bad at all. And that hold wasn't even called. First and 10 now for the Jets from the Denver 35. 28 seconds, 2 timeouts. 4 down lineman for Denver. Rodgers looking. Oh, my God. What a throw and catch. A perfect little honey hole shot. Both defenders were closing in, and Aaron Rodgers drops a dime. Let's see. Okay, incomplete. Yeah, he didn't get his feet down. Catch. Got it. 2 feet. Oh, wait a minute. That's a catch. Yeah, that's a catch. That's a catch, man, and very well done right there by Mike Williams. That is insane.
And we just saw it. Chief Sperator joins us right now. He's watching it in real time. Just take us through it, Chief. Just a great play, and I think by Mike Williams.
Yeah, that's a catch.
And securing it, as Charles said, all the way through. I think we can see both pellets there on the left, right foot down, left foot there. And he survives this ground. That ball doesn't move at all.
Yep, very well done.
And I think they'll do a pretty quick job of overturning this one, guys. Yeah, Mike Williams, who each week has gotten a little bit more. When we talked to Robert Sala about him, he said he's coming along, missed OTAs, missed training camp. He's just getting used to the offense. He's getting used to the quarterback as well. It's not a simple snap of the fingers. Fine chemistry.
Yep. Catch is good.
And the other part, we talked about how the weather conditions have affected see where Bo Nix has struggled throwing the ball. Aaron Rodgers, big hands.
I think there's plenty of blame to go around. I think both definitely deserve blame. Sean more so for not properly preparing this team for the conditions, especially when they had the opportunity to in West Virginia. But Bo cannot throw in this rain at all. That doesn't excuse the footwork problems, but seeing him shot put it like that, that's clear that he cannot throw in these conditions. He's got to try a glove. He's got to try something. First and 10. Trips left for New York. Breece Hall motions out wide right. Rodgers climbs the pocket. Rodgers looking to run it, and Rodgers is out of bounds after a gain of 2. Stopping the clock, preserving timeouts there for the Jets.
Escaping pressure, being able to get away from people. Bo Nix at his youthful stage would take that and move upfield. Aaron Rodgers understands, get over the sideline, conserve some clock, come back for another.
That's the 7th play to try. This is the longest drive.
Denver does get the ball to start the second half, but not sure what that really means at this point.
16 seconds left.
Okay. 2nd and 9.
From the gun.
Rodgers dances. Rodgers is in trouble, and he goes down. Decked by John Franklin Myers.
An old friend, Franklin Myers.
And the Jets take a timeout with 10 seconds. That's 3rd down. Franklin Myers with a heat-seeking missile-type rush right there. Oh, my God. No, he just doesn't give up on that double team. That's fantastic by Franklin Myers.
He's been a big loss for that defense in front of the Jets. Rotation, play that he creates inside with pressure.
3rd down.
And attitude.
Yeah. Locker room, all the things you're looking for. The Broncos got. The Jets lost it. And doesn't sound ready.
That's fair, Bobby. It is. I don't get it either. Third down. 10 seconds left. Jets need to be careful. Yeah, they're just going to run it. That's a smart thing to do. And that's going to bring out Greg Zuerlein. So despite all of the struggles, man, this is still going to be a one-score game. Zuerlein comes out to try to extend the Jets' lead to 6-0. Broncos get a big-time stop there.
Denver will get the football to start the second half.
That was a big stop for Denver, man. That keeps you alive. Because at this point, you're not going to overcome a 2-score lead. You can overcome a 1-score lead. Just got to get settled down on offense. They really need to figure out what they did well last week, and they need to go back to it. So Greg Zuerlein is going to come out for a 35-yard attempt on 4th and 13. Hennessy is the snapper. Thomas Morstead is the holder.
35-yard attempt for Greg Zuerlein.
35 yards. High snap. Zuerlein. No good. Oh, he curled it in. He just curled that one in. We won't see Zach Wilson. Literally, we can't. He is the 3rd-string quarterback. And that's not going to change, guys. Zach Wilson is not going to play this year. All right, guys. We are at halftime. We are going to take a brief intermission here. Stay tuned for second half action. Broncos Jets. Denver Broncos, despite their struggles, still in this game. 6-0 New York Jets. Let's go ahead and bring in a little temporary screen here for halftime. That will work. All right, guys. We'll be back. All right, Broncos country, we are back for second half action of Denver Broncos versus New York Jets. The Denver Broncos currently trail the Jets 3-0, as offensively they have not been able to get anything going. The defense has kept the Broncos in this game. They have played pretty much lights out. Offensively, Bo Nix has struggled to throw the football in the conditions. The rain has been a big-time factor in this game. Bo is really struggling to grip the ball. You can tell that it's coming out almost like a shot put rather than a football. Does that mean he needs to put on gloves? Does that mean he needs to try to adjust his grip? I don't know. But something has to give because he's clearly struggling to throw the ball in the rain. So that's going to be the first second half adjustment for the Denver Broncos as they get the football, is figure out how to get Bo Nix more comfortable throwing in the rain. That doesn't excuse the bad footwork. That doesn't excuse the staring down receivers. But if you want to get your passing game in a rhythm, you've got to start with step one here. Quite frankly, this is what this season is about, man. It's about developing Bo Nix. And these are the growing pains you're going to have to go through. There are going to be highs like last week, and there are going to be lows like this game. It sucks when you have a strong defense, but that's what you signed up for when you're developing a rookie quarterback. It's nasty business, and that's what happens this time, man. That's what happens when stuff like this happens, man. You end up playing good on defense, but your young quarterback doesn't come through for you. It's frustrating. I know some Broncos country are calling for Jarrett Stidham or Zach Wilson right now, but I can tell you this. Starting one of those guys is not going to change the outlook of this team long term. That's what got this team in the position they're in right now. You've got to ride through Bo Nix, through these growing pains, and give plenty of time to establish if he is or if he isn't the guy. The weaponry around him is subpar. The offensive line play has been subpar. But that doesn't excuse the struggles Bo Nix has had throwing beyond the line of scrimmage. He's 0 for 8 in this game, throwing beyond the line of scrimmage. That's not good. So Greg Zuerlein will kick it away.
Having started a season with that mark since 2015, they finished 10-6 that year, fell in Buffalo to end the season and missed the playoffs.
Over the head of Marvin Mims, it'll come out to the 30. Let's hear Sean Payton.
Coach, with this amount of rain, what can you count on offensively here in the second half?
Well, look, I thought we ran it pretty well.
They did.
Important. Obviously, we kind of think it plays a little bit to our advantage. I think defensively we've done a real good job. Offensively, obviously we got to convert some third downs, but the field position and the kicking game is going to be important in this second half.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you. All right, Evan, thank you. In that first half, the Broncos lost.
If you bench the rookie, then you're essentially saying you've given up on him. That you can't do that. You literally cannot do it. You've opened Pandora's box naming him the week 1 starter. You have to ride with him at least through this season. By benching him, you're sending a message to the rest of this locker room that you're not going to ride with rookie mistakes. And with young players in the locker room, you can't do that.
Right now, you would take the punts because the fumble led to 3 points for the Jets.
And I can tell you right now, the thought process of this organization, they're not going to bench Bo Nix. It's literally not on the table. Nix rolls out, throws it. There you go. On the run, Cortland Sutton. Get Sutton open on these crossing routes and let Bo hit him on the run. That is what you're looking for. There you go. Get Sutton open on those crossing routes, man. That can be your bread and butter. Crossing routes, slants, comebacks. Bo can execute that stuff well. First and 10.
8 of 16. First down in Jets territory at the 44.
And off, blown up in the backfield. Javonte Williams had nowhere to go. horrible run blocking. Oh, man, Luke Wattenberg is going to get destroyed by Quinnen Williams. That is a horrible matchup. 2nd and 15 now. Once again, you're behind the chains. That's the 5th play for negative yardage for the Broncos. That was a mismatch all the way, getting Quinnen Williams on Luke Wattenberg. 2nd and 15, behind the line again. Nix fires it over the middle, and it is nearly intercepted. Sutton, the intended target, threw it into a Jets team meeting.
So Jets had a number of defenders in the area, including Chuck Clark.
And there were 2 receivers in the area as well. Almost thought that maybe he was going for another one, but unable to connect and trying to get it to their best receivers.
Sheesh.
Those are the types of balls you
It looked like Franklin had a step on the other side. I'll have to see the all 22 of it, because sometimes it'll look like he's open because the defender crashed in. If he's open there, then that's a miss on Bo.
In the area for Denver. This is 3rd and 15. Nix. And that's too high.
Nix overthrown, 3rd and 15, over the head of Williams. Yes, but in fairness, this isn't 1984 anymore. This is 2024. We saw the Carolina Panthers. They benched Bryce Young, and at this point, there's no turning back. You're never going to see Bryce Young take another snap for that team again. You cannot do it. It's just not a sound thought process in today's NFL. If you were going to sit Bo Nix, then you would have sat him already. You can't. And at this point, you bench him for Jarrett Stidham. What better execution are you going to get? Yeah, Stidham might move the ball a little bit, but he's not going to give you any splash plays. He's going to be safe and conservative. And the Broncos know that Zach Wilson is a year away from being able to play. They know he needs time to sit. So at this point, the Broncos have backed themselves into a situation where they cannot move off from Bo Nix. And also, it wouldn't be sound thought process to do so either. You're going to have to take these struggles as they come. And what's frustrating, quite frankly, is this fan base is so impatient. I understand it's been 10 years. I get that. But the clock restarted when you drafted a rookie quarterback. It's going to be ugly, but this is what you signed up for when you drafted a rookie quarterback. That's the thing, though, KBS. I don't think this team is trying to win right now. This year is about developing Bo Nix. Ownership knows this year is about developing Bo Nix. Sean Payton's job is tied to Bo Nix. If he benches Bo Nix, then that sends a message to ownership that he's not confident in him, and that is a one-way ticket to Sean getting fired. Sean is ride or die with Bo Nix. I know this for a fact. This is information I have. I know this for a fact. The Broncos will not bench Bo Nix. This is not an option that's even remotely on the table. It's not. And I understand fans will get frustrated. I get it. I do get it. But I know this information for a fact. The Broncos are not going to bench Bo Nix. They are going to give Bo Nix at least this full year. There is no going to Stidham. There is no going to Wilson. Bo Nix is the Broncos starting quarterback for 2024. Period. End of story. That's it. But here's the thing, though, Jarhead. For this given situation with this ownership group, benching him would be the kiss of death. I don't know if I should say that or not, but benching him would be the kiss of death. That's what happens, quite frankly, when you have owners who aren't football people. Yes, Bryce Young got benched, and he's probably never going to play another game for the Panthers again. They can try to spin it, but Andy Dalton's playing well for them. They're not going to put the ball back in Bryce Young's hands. The Broncos don't have an Andy Dalton on their roster. Jarrett Stidham will not give you that level of play. Zach Wilson will not give you that level of play. And the situation around Bo is not doing him any favors, just like John is saying here. I can guarantee you if Zach Wilson or Jarrett Stidham went in there, and that the offensive results would be just the exact same. That's what happens when you don't have a number one receiver. That's what happens when you have the worst tight end room in the NFL. That's what happens when your run game is inconsistent. That's what happens when your offensive play caller is not putting your players in the best position to be successful. It's all of it. It's not a mutually exclusive Bo Nix problem. This is a Denver Broncos offensive problem. 2nd and 9. Rodgers into the flat. Braylon Allen looking for some space, and he has it out of bounds with a first down near the 20. Working on Cody Barton. At this point, the GM is just an extension of Sean Payton. And yes, Jarhead, it's possible. Maybe Bryce Young sucks, and maybe Bo Nix sucks too. But the only way you're going to find out is if you actually give him a legitimate chance to play and a legitimate chance to be successful. By benching him, you're not going to find out if he can play or not. See, that's the thing, BK. We just don't know. If we continue to see a lack of growth from Bo Nix by the end of the season, then I will be willing to sit here and say, yes, he's a bust. But I can't sit here and make a judgment call one way or the other just based on what we see out of 4 games. You can't do that. I understand we live in a society where everybody wants instant results and instant gratification, but it's a process. 2nd and 10. 11:27 of the third quarter. Pulls it out. Dumps it underneath. RPO, Tyler Conklin. Lowers his shoulder. First down, but a flag is down. Could this be an eligible man downfield? Yep, looks like we are. See, that's just not true. We did see improvement last week. We saw him consistent with his footwork last week. We saw him not being skittish in the pocket. We saw him not forcing throws into coverage. We saw growth last week. We also saw growth in the second half of the Pittsburgh Steelers game. It's all measured growth. We can't sit here and say that we haven't seen growth. That's just a false statement. We have. We're not seeing it today, but we have seen it. And as somebody who watched him every single day in practice and training camp, we saw growth. We saw consistency. It's there. It's just this is a different game from college to the NFL. Developing a rookie quarterback is nasty business. Just like Rodney says, it took almost 3 years for Josh Allen to reach his full potential. Now, I'm not saying Bo Nix has the physical talent of Josh Allen, and he's not shown the flashes, but you got to at least sit here and say that there has been growth. It is there. Now your defense is starting to crumble as Mike Williams makes a connection there with Aaron Rodgers. First down. Pickup of 18. See, he'll have to open up the playbook. He's going to have to. But again, man, ownership, he's not going to bench Bo Nix. There's ownership stipulations there. He will not bench Bo Nix. He can't. He literally cannot. That would be a death sentence for his Denver career in the eyes of ownership. Fake growth. There's no such thing as fake growth, man. There's no such thing as fake growth.
said the competitive part of it, taking on the
Second down and 9.
while you're moving backwards. The challenge.
You rise to the challenge each and every day.
Second and 9.
Rodgers,
Lost it.
incomplete. Ooh, that came out ugly.
Incomplete.
So we're also going to have to sit here and call out a spade as well. Aaron Rodgers is not throwing the ball well in the rain either.
God's a quarterbacking portal, don't you? I mean, my goodness. We're so used to him being able to grip it, as you mentioned, with those giant
He's
hands.
taking 3 steps back because he's struggling to throw the ball in the rain. I would say 1 step back, certainly. I wouldn't go as far as to say 3. That's just me. We'll have to see what happens as we go through the whole collective sample of this season. You can't just judge it based on 4 games. Swear to God, man, if we're benching rookie quarterbacks 4 games in, then I don't know what to expect for the state of the future of the NFL. Tom Brady's right. The quality of the game today has really diminished, and I think it's because fans expect instant results and they expect instant gratification. And because of that, we put these rookie quarterbacks in an impossible position to develop, be successful, learn how to drop back, learn how to read a defense. It's going to take time. And some guys benefit from sitting, especially if you have a guy to sit behind like an Alex Smith or an Aaron Rodgers, talking about guys like Patrick Mahomes and Jordan Love, the 2 most recent successful examples of sitting. But there are plenty of examples of guys playing and being successful and learning through these mistakes. That's the thing, man. Every time Bo goes out there and makes a mistake, it's a learning opportunity. And still, the Broncos are in this game. It is still a 1-point game. Your defense just got to stop again. So right now, the slate is clean. It has been wiped clean. This is a new football game. 100%. You don't have a number 1 wide receiver. You don't have a starting caliber tight end on your roster at all. You have struggles on your offensive line in terms of left tackle especially. No, I don't. And let me tell you why. Because Zach Wilson has similar issues as Bo Nix right now. Except the difference is Zach Wilson is a 3rd-year veteran in the NFL. He struggles to see the defense. He struggles to get the ball out on time and in rhythm. He holds on to the ball too long. The Broncos can't run the ball, so that's not helping the quarterback at all. He'd still have to deal with the same bad receiver play and the same subpar offensive line play. Zach Wilson is not going to spark this offense. This is not just a quarterback issue. Now, they might move the ball a little bit more, certainly, but he's not going to lead to more long-term volume production. On top of that, we already know Zach Wilson is not the long-term answer for the Denver Broncos. We know that he's not the answer. Bo Nix has the chance to be the answer. You've got to ride through with him. It's very indicative, again, that Bo Nix or that Zach Wilson is the 3rd-string quarterback. I cannot keep emphasizing this enough. He is not Bo Nix's backup. He is Jarrett Stidham's backup. He is the 3rd-string quarterback. He can only come in if Bo Nix and Jarrett Stidham both get injured, not if they're ineffective, if they are injured. There's a reason why the Broncos aren't confident making Zach Wilson the game day backup. He is not a starting caliber quarterback. He's just not. Stidham will at least keep your offense afloat if Bo Nix were to get knocked out for a game. If you bench Bo Nix mid-game right now, what you're sending the message to him is, I don't believe in you. We don't think you give us a chance to win this football game. That is a one-way ticket to killing your young quarterback's confidence. If we get to, let's say, week 13, no growth from Bo Nix, it's these same issues, then we can maybe think about having this conversation. But you cannot sit here and have this conversation 4 games into his rookie season. That is why the Denver Broncos have been a bad football team for the past 8 years. Because this team is impatient. I cannot talk today.
8:35 to play, third quarter here at MetLife Stadium. Back in 2010. 15th year as the home of the Jets and the Giants.
See, it's just the impatience that frustrates me, BK. That's it. See, John, and even I thought Zach had struggles against those third stringers. He was holding on to the ball too long, staring down receivers. Yeah, there were splash plays, but there were also negative plays mixed in. Imagine what's going to happen against an actual NFL defense, not vanilla preseason stuff. Meanwhile, we got a false start on Garrett Bowles, and Bo Nix and Sauce Gardner are jawing. Let's see what happened. Yo! Solomon Thomas jumped offside, and Bowles reacted. The officials didn't see Thomas. Bo had a right to complain. Gain of 5. Oh, and there's an injured Jet on the play.
Our guys down in Houston. Trevor Lawrence going to find Christian Kirk for the 8-yard touchdown right here. The Jacksonville
Jaguars getting back into a groove. They're up 20-17 on the Texans. Their issue's been they haven't been able to close out games. So let's see. That's Bruce Hector there for the Jets. Coming off injured. 2nd and 10. McLaughlin. Oh, nice burst. Shot out of a cannon for a gain of 8. 3rd and 2. I understand that, Jarhead, but this is a different era in the NFL, man. This isn't the 2000s anymore, where you relied on a run game, where you relied on defense. This is a quarterback-centric league. You let your young quarterback work through some of this stuff, man. You just got to be patient with it. 3rd and 2. Handoff. Williams. He's got the first down. Would love to see the Broncos just pound it down the Jets' throat on this drive. And it's not just he's Sean Payton's golden boy. It's an ownership thing. Sean Payton and Bo Nix are tied at the hip. Bo Nix is the investment that Sean Payton made into this franchise, into his entire coaching career. The rain has let up. That's good news for the Broncos. Flag is down. Nowhere to go. Vontae, nowhere to go there. They're going to decline that. Legal shift. That's a lack of discipline, man. That's on Sean.
Jets do not have a sack here today, but the passing game has not been a problem.
Yep, can't have two players moving at the same time. One of them has to get set.
Jets had 8 different players with at least half a sack last week against New England. That was the most in a game in franchise history.
Nix gets hit, going deep, and that's got to be a flag, right? No, come on. It was DJ Reed going against Troy Franklin. I guess they're going to say the ball was uncatchable. Oh, no, that's just good coverage. Yeah, but Bo had a guy hammering right in on his face. He needed a more accurate throw there.
3rd and 11 now for Denver. 5 defensive backs for the Jets.
3rd and 11.
Play clock went to
Nix fires. There you go. In breaking route, Cortland Sutton. That was Bo's best throw of the day. Still threw it off of his back foot and drifting backwards, which I don't like, but he got it there on time and in rhythm. That was a great throw. It was all arm. I want him to really start honing in on his lower body fundamentals, his hips and his feet. He needs to go to a quarterback guru, and that's a flag. Michael Carter working against little Jordan Humphrey. Throw was a little high, but looked like Carter was hooking on Humphrey right there.
Denver has a little something going right now on offense.
Watching the middle, 30 and green, contacted little Jordan Humphrey across the middle. They're saying he got contact going throughout the route, 14-yard penalty.
Bo likes it.
Bo Nix gaining a little confidence now.
See, that's what you want to see. Get him to build his confidence up a little bit. He needs to realize, man, he can be that dude. It's in him. It's there. Certainly Peyton could. I think there are other guys that just do it professionally, like Jordan Palmer, that might be a little bit more conducive, but Peyton certainly could be a guy who would do it. Flags down. That's going to be a hold. Just throw it away.
Penalty markers at the 35-yard line, but McLaughlin was the intended target.
Yeah, that's going to be holding. Oh, no, it's not. I thought with how long Bo held on to the ball there that was going to be holding. But nope, Will McDonald was offsides for the Jets.
Getting his sacks, all that. Still going to line up. Just talk your team on a nice play. So he'll be up here.
So this is easily the best drive so far for Denver. So first down and 5. Love to see a run here. And they're tipping their hand at that with an I formation. 1st and 5 from the New York 28. They do run it, and they pick up a first down. Very nice. Right up the gut, and Javonte Williams slithers forward, gains 7. First down, Denver. The ponies. 9 carries, 27 yards for Javonte Williams. Not a world-beating stat line, but it's better than it has been for him. First down and 10. They're riding this ground game. It's Javonte Williams. Williams spins forward, got a first down. There we go. Yeah, and also I'm on StreamYard today, so I can actually ban the mods, or I can ban the bots myself. When I'm on Streamlabs, I can't ban the mod, or I can't ban the bots. Ban the mods. There you go. Just run behind that interior of your offensive line, man. 10 carries, 39 yards. Are we about to approach 4 yards a carry here for Javonte? Pitch. McLaughlin looking for some room. Thought he was dead to rights in the backfield. Turns it into a gain of 3. Second down and 7. You guys, this could be a whole new ball game here in just a second. Second and 7. I'm okay with settling for a field goal down here, honestly. You get another field goal, it's a tied game. Second down and 7. Nix underneath, low throw. And they're going to say incomplete. Looking for Sutton, 3rd down and 7. That's despicable.
Sean Payton gets Bo Nix on the move this time. Remember last week against Tampa, that run pass option. covered in the end zone, and Bo Nix was able to run it in.
Broncos are just 2 for 10 converting third downs today.
3rd and 7.
Third down and 7 from the 9.
Nix.
Bo floats it wide open. Touchdown, Cortland Sutton. And Bo Nix's first career touchdown pass puts the Broncos in a position to take the lead. Had all day to throw it, was wide open in the back of the end zone. Got to make sure he got both feet down.
He had done it on the ground. Now he's got one.
Beautiful drive right there. 11 plays, almost 6 minutes off the clock. Got to make sure that Sutton got 2 feet down. Oh, no. Let's take a look. Yeah, I think he's good. He's good. Will Lutz. And the extra point is good. The Denver Broncos take the lead. 11 plays, 87 yards. The Denver Broncos with their first lead of the day. Yep, it was good. Finally, Broncos country. That was the drive we were looking for. Bo Nix looked a lot more comfortable on that drive. Had some really good throws. Was able to deliver the ball wide open in the back of the end zone. Cortland Sutton. Very good, man. That is exactly what the doctor ordered for the Broncos. It's a slight lead, but the Broncos defense will be playing with a lead. Good job scheming up Sutton wide open right there. That was nice. And the best part, they actually ran the football on that drive. See what happens when your passing game can open up because you can run the football? Just saying. Oh, shut up, shut up, shut up. Stupid Twitter. Yeah, very good drive right there. That is exactly what you're looking for. It helps when your run game actually gets into a rhythm. So for all of the stuff that we've been saying, man, the Denver Broncos actually have a lead. I'm not saying that you're a hater if you want to bench Bo Nix at all. I just disagree with that logic, and I also know the Broncos aren't going to do that. But listen, I can understand the frustration and the impatience of this fan base. I don't like it, but I can understand it because it has been several years. It's been 8 years since this team has done anything. I get that this team wants to see results. Come on, man. It's the Denver Broncos, one of the most historic franchises in the NFL. This fan base isn't used to losing for these extended periods of time. But you also have to understand that the clock sort of resets whenever you bring in a rookie quarterback. You've got to, I know fans don't like it, but you got to start the rebuild over, essentially. And we're in the early phases of it with this Sean Payton team. Last year, Sean Payton had a quarterback who he knew he couldn't work with. And he brings in a guy he does think he can work with, and thus far, that guy is taking a lot of time to get settled in. And will he get settled in? I don't know. But that last drive was definitely a good drive. Little, small increments of growth. So now the defense can go out there knowing that they do have a slight lead. Cortland Sutton made sure Bo got the ball there for his first NFL touchdown pass. That's good to see Cortland Sutton be that veteran and dap up his quarterback. That definitely has to feel good for Nix. Gives him some confidence. First and 10. Nowhere to go. Braylon Allen runs into a brick wall. Cody Barton, among others, were there. This Denver Broncos run defense has been stout.
No gain on the play.
They have their second unit in on the defensive line. Malcolm Roach, 97. Jordan Jackson, 94. They were the top guys on that play.
Second down and
Yeah, Jeff, it was a equally nasty comment. 2 strikes, you're out.
last Thursday against New England.
2nd and 10.
Uphill climb.
Yeah, I have one rule here, and it's simple. Don't be an asshole.
Rodgers faked the handoff. Protection.
2nd and 10. Rodgers is nearly intercepted. Brandon Jones broke it up and nearly had a pick, trying to go for Tyler Conklin.
Big contract from Miami.
3rd down and 10.
Thumper brings an attitude, and this has been a really good fit for the Denver D.
Yeah, Sternad's played well this whole game.
6 tackles and interceptions.
Jeez, another bot.
When he was in Miami in 2022, he had 2 interceptions against the Jets in a game. Does not mind playing against his team who resides in MetLife.
3rd and 10 from the 25. This defense has been lights out.
Motion man is Wilson.
Wilson goes in motion. Rodgers dances, fires, and it's caught. What a throw by Aaron Rodgers. Threads the needle to Alan Lazard. Or actually, that was Mike Williams. Threads the needle, man. That was gorgeous.
Garrett Wilson, Aaron Rodgers recognized its zone coverage. So the pressure is going to be.
Dude, Cody Barton nearly got a paw on that.
He can deliver.
That was just a pinpoint throw. He actually did get a little bit of a paw on it. That was just a perfect throw by Rodgers. Looks like Denver's offside. Free play for Rodgers. He's got him. Drops it in the bucket to Garrett Wilson. And already the New York Jets are well within field goal range. It looked like a catch to me, but Denver was offside. Let's see. 1. Yeah, that's a catch. Ooh, that's so close.
Tough to tell. Jets are trying to hurry up here and snap it.
I think Denver
Yeah.
got the case.
Denver just challenged it.
That's exactly what Sean Payton believes as well.
So that's Sean's
I think he's out.
last challenge, too. He already had one unsuccessful challenge in the first half. That is hella close. Hopefully there's enough clear and obvious conclusive evidence to overturn it. Because Sean already had one bad challenge earlier. Let's see. Catch. Oh, it's right on the chalk. I think that Sean might win this one. It looked like his knee came down on the chalk. Sean loses this challenge, then he is out of challenges for the game. So better make good of this. Looks like he had a good argument for this one, though. Hopefully the officials agree with NFL officials and these camera angles that they have. I don't know. I don't know. Was it for both halves? Yeah, even if Denver wins the challenge, it will still be 1st and 5 because they were offsides. So, but it does bring back a big chunk play. At that point, you're basically hoping that that the Broncos can get the Jets to make a couple more self-inflicted wounds and back them up out of field goal range. All right, let me get Twitter here, see if they have the results of this. Didn't look like a catch to me. Oh, my God, they ruled it a catch. Apparently, there wasn't enough conclusive evidence to overturn it, so the Broncos are now out of challenges for the game, and they only have 2 timeouts. In a close game like this, that could be a huge, huge difference. That was close. That really was close. Damn it. I thought that was a good challenge, personally. Broncos are now 0 for 2 on challenges today, and they are 0 for 3 on challenges this season.
Call on the field was a completed pass.
Yep, I'm just gonna guess there wasn't enough conclusive evidence to overturn it.
Remember, they called it complete on the field.
Yep.
So it has to show conclusively that it's not. Did the knee bounce right there in bounds and then slide?
Oh, his green sock saved his ass. If that had been a white sock, man, that green sock saved his ass. First down and 10.
So the Jets have it at the 30-yard line for Denver after the long pass play to Wilson.
Rogers, back shoulder connection. Alan Lazard. Those are the only completions that Riley Moss gives up, man. It's those back shoulders. Those are almost indefensible. Are they going to say Lazard pushed off? There's a penalty flag down. Rogers and Lazard are both over there listening to the conversation. Okay. 15-yard penalty from the end of the play. That helps. The Jets continue to shoot themselves in the foot. They get Alan Lazard for an unsportsmanlike conduct. Let's see what he did. Oh, it was a finger gun celebration. League does not like those. They're going to flag you every time for that. The league does not like those finger gun celebrations. So 15-yard penalty from the end of the play. Yeah, but I remember Josie Jewell got fined a few times for that finger gun celebration last year. First and 10, play action. Rogers checks it down, doesn't like what he has downfield, gets it to Tyler Conklin. Conklin lowers his shoulder for a gain of 4 or 5. Jonathan Cooper, the tackle man for Denver. Yeah, no, I understand why you shouldn't be doing gun celebrations. I agree with that. Absolutely. The league does not like it, and they will get you every time. Ooh, it looked like Rogers had Alan Lazard open for a touchdown, and he missed him. Man, that could have been a walk-in touchdown for Alan Lazard. 2nd and 6. Rogers takes the snap. Handoff to Hall, or to Allen, rather, and Allen is close to that line to gain. Looks like he's got a first down. Gain of 6. Yeah, he's a Jets fan. So that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter. The New York Jets are driving. Broncos had a really nice long drive that led to that touchdown. Defensively, though, on this drive, they did give up a couple of completions, and now they've got the Jets in a position where they could score. So if the Broncos can hold the Jets to a field goal here, that'll be huge. You got a rhythm on your offense there on that last drive, so that gives me at least some confidence that they can go forward and at least get a drive here. All right, let's check in on some of the scores from the rest of the league. Bengals looking to get their first win of the season. They lead the Panthers 31-21. Falcons, they lead the Saints 23-17. The Jaguars lead the Texans 20-17. Vikings lead the Packers 28-7. That's an ugly game. Colts lead the Steelers 24-10. Joe Flacco is elite. Bears lead the Rams 24-18. Eagles clowning on the the Buccaneers clowning on the Eagles 33-16. Jesus Christ. So in that rematch of that playoff game from last year, Buccaneers once again dominate the Philadelphia Eagles. I think the league wants to give it to Aaron Rodgers, but it definitely should go to Darnold, at least through these first several games. Yeah, Eagles are definitely starting to get exposed here. Atlanta exposed them, and now Buccaneers are exposing them again. Man, a turnover for Denver would be huge here. They could force another fumble, get an interception. That would be huge.
Back here in East Rutherford, New Jersey, Ian Eagle, Charles Davis, Evan Washburn, our producer Ken Mack, director Suzanne Smith, replay producer Brian Jagoda, the rest of our NFL on CBS crew. Jets.
1st and 10 now from the Jets from the Denver 23. Jesus Christ. I cannot talk today. Little RPO. Garrett Wilson is tackled in the backfield. Jaquan McMillan comes downhill. Looks like they were trying to get a numbers advantage on the outside, and Denver was all over it. 2nd and 10.
How do you fail me now? But I really think Braylon Allen should get the ultimate carries down the stretch. It's been much more of his day. Brees Hall struggled this afternoon.
And Hall is back out there as he flanks Rodgers on a 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 from the 24. Rodgers underneath. It's dropped. Brees Hall cannot haul it in. Probably a good thing there that he did drop it because Jaquan McMillan was right there to blast him. 3rd down and 10.
Didn't even have to make the play. Just his presence, I think, affected Brees Hall's concentration on it. But even if he does catch it, it's probably catch, hit right there.
Absolutely. Jaquan was all over that. Jets are 3 for 12 on 3rd down conversions today. Denver not much better. Empty backfield for Aaron Rodgers. Going right. Rodgers has some room to run if he wants to. He decides to run late, and he gets out of bounds. So that'll bring out Greg Zuerlein and the Jets field goal unit. That was huge there, holding him to a field goal. So that should keep it a 2-point game.
Garrett Wilson on the key down. No sense bumping outside against Braylon Allen. You got one good number 1 receiver. Allen covered by Cody Barton, number 55.
Yep.
Does an excellent job.
Great coverage on the back end by both Surtain and Barton on that one. 40 yards for Greg Zuerlein. High snap. Morstead handles it, and he tucks it in. Nice kick from Zuerlein. Jets take the lead back, 9-7, 13:34 left in the quarter. Thank you so much for the $2, Robert. Really appreciate it, man. We all appreciate this. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. All right. So, offense now trailing again, down by 2. Trying to go downfield, milk as much time off this clock as possible, and at least get a field goal. Field goal, you're feeling pretty good. Touchdown, you're feeling really good. This defense has been lights out, man. This has been a true defensive slugfest. The over-under on this game was like 35.5 points or something like that, and right now it's looking pretty good if you slam the under. This defense, man, they are keeping us in this game. Offense rewarded them with their last possession. They finally established a ground game. The Broncos are definitely going to be looking to do that on this drive with Javonte Williams and Jaleel McLaughlin. Tyler Bidet suffered that really scary injury there in the first half, got stretchered off the field with that back injury. We don't really have much of an update on Tyler Bidet as of right now. Oh, Justin Fields making a play there for the Steelers. At this point, Steelers cannot turn things back over to Russell Wilson. Even if they lose today, man, Justin Fields is playing well enough. You've got to stick with him. Yeah, that was a very scary injury there for Tyler Bidet. Hopefully he is okay. I don't know if he ended up going to the hospital or if they just took him back to the x-ray room. We are not sure about that at this point.
NFL on CBS is sponsored by Chili's 3 for Me. The best $10.99 you can eat. AT&T.
Well, Packers just scored. Dontavian Wicks.
Get more with Geico.
Yeah, there was no update on if they took him to the hospital or not. They had taken him back to the x-ray room at the stadium on the cart. But given the fact that they put him on the backboard, I imagine they took him to the hospital.
The Jets leading at 9-7 against the Broncos, early stages, fourth quarter.
Jeff Down Crucis. Place I was born.
Saturday, college football doubleheader here on CBS, kicking off at noon Eastern. Navy and Air Force, then 3:30 is big time in Columbus, Iowa. Beats the third.
All right, here we go, offense.
Saturday on CBS, it's streaming on Paramount Plus. Additional Big Ten matchup.
Garrett Wilson wearing those long Aaron Rodgers sleeves. I'm sorry, there are only certain people that can rock that look. Oh, you're originally from Cruces too, Bobby? Yep, I was born at Memorial General Hospital. 1st and 10. Williams burst forward, has got another first down. Broncos can ride this run game here.
As Bo Nix gets set to duel with Aaron Rodgers in the fourth quarter, this is a dream for him. He told us it's hard to put into words what it means to play on the same field as Aaron Rodgers. He's been an inspiration for him. This is what all the work has meant, to get this opportunity to play. Not against
That's really
Aaron
cool.
Rodgers, we know that, but with him. And you know Rodgers respects the young guys as well.
Got to milk the clock here if you're Denver. Take as much time off as you can. 2nd and 1. Positive plays. Nothing behind the line of scrimmage. Just like that, Javonte Williams refuses to go down. Finally tackled at about the 47. Matty Ice. Two-score game down there or up there in Green Bay. I mean, ideally, you get a touchdown here. You're feeling a lot better about things if you get a touchdown. Field goal's good, touchdown better. Nowhere to go. Javonte Williams lowers his shoulder, is able to get one. Yeah, New Mexico usually does, Robert, but Las Cruces is weird because they are like an El Paso viewing area. They get like El Paso stations, so that part of New Mexico, I don't believe always gets Broncos games. They generally get like Cowboys games and stuff. But when I lived in Silver City, New Mexico, I always would get Broncos games there. I've lived here in Denver, though, since 2018. 2nd and 9. Up the gut pitch. Another big game. Javonte Williams. down near the 35, and now you are on the edge of Will Lutz's field goal range.
Had to make the tackle for New York. That's a 16-yard rip.
He saw the blocking and came all the way from the right side. Minor 77.
But yeah, depending on what part of New Mexico you're in. If you're in Las Cruces, then you'll get El Paso stations. The rest of it gets Albuquerque stations. Albuquerque stations usually broadcast Broncos games, but not El Paso stations. Read option. Bo Nix looking for the corner. Out of bounds, gain of 2. At this point, just keep running the ball. Keep ticking the clock down. And just keep positive momentum in your favor. No negative plays. Don't throw the ball behind the line of scrimmage. No toss plays behind the line of scrimmage. Just keep yourself moving north and south. North, north, north. Not south even. Just north. Go north. Just keep going north. McLaughlin, spin move. McLaughlin, tough effort there for a gain of about 5. This is good to see, man. Broncos establishing the run game. Stay conservative here. There's Zach Wilson on the sideline in his return to the Meadowlands.
Which also made up their point that was made during this week that we talked about it. Davis Webb, the quarterback coach.
3rd down and 4. 9 minutes and 45 seconds. Denver's got 75 rushing yards in this half. This has been a real sight for sore eyes. 3 for 11 on 3rd downs today, and make that 3 for 12. Stood up at the line of scrimmage. Now you got to kick the. They're keeping the offense on. Oh no, they're kicking the field goal. I was gonna say, man, you better not go for this here. You've got to take the lead.
I think it was twofold in thinking there. One, you're playing it safe, you're going to get the field goal anyway. But if you get close enough on that run to possibly press it,
yeah, I understand why they ran that there. If they had gotten it to like 4th and 2, you could have thought about going for it. 47-yard try for Will Lutz. He drills it right down Broadway. And the Denver Broncos take their 2nd lead of the game. 10-9 over the New York Jets. 8:55 remaining in the 4th quarter. Good drive. Good drive. Got points on the board. Took some time off the clock. That's a good drive. All right. Now you're giving the ball back to Aaron Rodgers and company. They were able to establish a rhythm offensively. Got a couple of completions on that last drive. Able to culminate in a field goal. So we'll see, man. They've done a good job. They've kept Rodgers and company out of the end zone so far. Defense has got to come through again, man. Yamahog, you're underestimating this Broncos defense. You really are. This defense is one of the best in the league. Just think, man, the Denver Broncos of 2 years ago, the Denver Broncos of last year, this game would have already gotten away from them. They are in this game, and they are leading in this game in the 4th quarter. As bad as they played offensively in that first half, they were able to stay in the game. That is a far cry from what this team has been the last couple of years. So we are definitely seeing growth and progress. That was a good drive, man. Your run game helped you out there, got you in field goal range. Nothing stupid. That was good game management, and you were able to get yourself a lead. Good drive. Oh, shit. Sam Darnold got strip sacked. Tucker Kraft scored a touchdown. Oh boy, we've got a new ball game there in Green Bay, folks. Well, I certainly appreciate you guys tuning in to me over guys like Perna. I mean, I'll just flat out say it. Perna is a lot better at this than I am. So the fact that you guys are tuning into me, man, it really is humbling. I appreciate the hell out of you guys. I really do.
10-9, Denver leads it.
Lutz kicks it off. Returnable for Xavier Gibson. Gibson finally tackled down by Michael Burton inside the 25.
CBS tonight, the epic climb begins when 16 strangers face off in a high-altitude game for $1 million. Don't miss a premiere episode sneak peek of the summit tonight after 60 minutes on CBS and streaming on Paramount+. Bo Nix has his team with the lead, fourth quarter. And then one of the players that he looked up to growing up, Aaron Rodgers.
All right, let's see what the defense does here. They've got 5 down linemen. Bootleg. Rodgers stepping up, fires it, and it is incomplete. He dirted that one. Looked like Tyler Conklin had a step. Yep, that's one he wants back. That was on Rodgers. He missed that one.
Pocket was fine, able to step into it, and throws it short.
Yeah, that was with probably urinating tree. Fair enough. That is totally fair. That's why I love the size of these streams. It's just big enough that we've got a nice steady chat, and it's just small enough that I can get to pretty much every message. Rodgers over the middle finds the soft spot and completes it to Tyler Conklin. That's going to bring up a 3rd down and 1.
They spread it around last week. 9 different receivers got in on the act. It's been 8 this afternoon. 3rd and 1.
8:16 and counting left in the game. Vance Joseph calling in signals to Cody Barton.
Vance Joseph has done masterful work with this defense.
3rd and 1. Jets come out in the pistol. And Braylon Allen able to surge forward and picks up the 1st down. Gain of 2. 1st down, New York.
Youngest player in the league. That's been well documented. But now he's going to have to grow up fast because I think this is his ball to carry the rest of the way.
Come on, defense. 5 down linemen for Denver. 1st down and 10. From the 37-yard line of New York. Trips left or trips right. Twins left. Rodgers dances to his left. Rodgers fires it into traffic, complete. Garrett Wilson spins forward right at the midfield stride. That's a pickup of 12 and another 1st down. Aaron Rodgers getting into the rhythm here. The turnover would really come in handy right about now.
Turning into a really good one there. Here it's 10-9 Denver. Jets are driving.
I really appreciate that, Robert. I really do. That means a lot. 1st and 10. Rodgers on the read option's going to keep it. Oh, my God. Aaron Rodgers showing the wheels slides after a gain of 8. You don't see Aaron run the read option a whole lot, a little more, but he can still do it. Robert Sala loves it. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, I don't think I had an Aaron Rodgers read option on my bingo card today. 2nd and 2. Pops it underneath. Conklin. Nowhere to go. Good downhill tackle by Riley Moss. Tried to run that little RPO just flat to the tight end, and Riley Moss stonewalled it. Another third down. Clock's starting to tick. Denver's only got 2 timeouts. Losing that challenge earlier in the half could come back to bite Denver. 3rd down and 1. We got Glenn Hauser in the house, one of my co-hosts on the 5280 podcast. Good to see you, buddy. 3rd and 1. Rodgers in trouble. He's sacked. He loses the ball. It's picked up by the Denver Broncos. Down the sideline goes Jonah Ellis. They blew it dead, it seems. Ellis is going to return it to the end zone just in case. Rodgers is hurt. Looks like he got his ankle rolled up on. He is walking a little gimpy. Rodgers obviously out for the season last year with an Achilles. It looked like it was his right ankle that got rolled up on, so it wasn't the Achilles side, but let's see. Is he down here? I was paying attention to his ankle. Let's see. Is that ball out? No, it's not. But regardless, the Jets are going to be punting this football away, and Denver's got a chance here to potentially milk this clock away and get out of here. Morstead uncorks one. It's fair catch, signaled for, and made by Marvin Mims at about the 17. 4:02 on the clock. Let's see how Denver wants to play this. Yeah, it looks like that right ankle got rolled up on a little bit. Yep. Oh, man. That's close, but that looks like it's down. Oh, man, that would have been close. Ooh, it looked like that ball was moving a little bit. Oh, man. That did kind of look like a fumble, guys. Rodgers is pissed. All right, let's see if Denver can take care of this football. Nix dumps it to Mike Burton, positive yardage. Burton lowers his shoulder, gain of 3. And little Jordan Humphrey is slow to get up. Rodgers is hot.
Yeah, you know what, fellas? I think you hit it on the nail on the head. I really think the right hand of that.
Yeah, that looked like a fumble. Hopefully the Broncos can close this thing out and it won't matter, but that could be huge, guys. Oh, yeah, I think that's a fumble. They couldn't challenge it, but 2nd and 7, gain of a couple. Devontae Williams. Now it's 3rd down. They're working on Rodgers there on the sideline. Oh, and they are working on his left leg. That is the leg that he tore his Achilles on. It looks like they're working on his knee.
You have the lead deep in your own territory. How much do you let Bo Nix do on this play? 3rd and 4.
3rd down and 4. The Broncos couldn't even challenge it. Nix on the slant, freaking dropped. Josh Reynolds, and now the Broncos are going to have to punt. Oh, my God, bro. Dude, and the Jets didn't even have to use a timeout. Bro. We need a big, big kick here from Riley Dixon. A massive kick. Denver's only got 2 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Need a massive kick here from Dixon. No, he shanked it. Oh, thank God it got a roll. Oh, that roll just saved Denver, man. It went off the side of Dixon's foot. That was a lucky roll. Dude. Rodgers is definitely gimpy.
Well, guys, after that long scramble prior to the third down sack, I did see Aaron Rodgers stretching out that left leg. Obviously, he came up the field, hobbling a bit. Athletic trainers, as you laid out there, working on that left leg, that area behind the hamstring often.
Oh, yeah. It is hammy.
No doubt in question right now.
Yeah, he was grimacing.
All right, here we go, guys. We got Lions Syndicate in the house. Good to see you. Hopefully you're doing well, Grid. 1st and 10. Rodgers. Complete. Alan Lazard. Oh, yeah. Rodgers definitely.
Remember, it was the left Achilles that was hurt. There's a left leg that's absorbing all the pain for him now. So if he loses some mobility, as a veteran, he knows how to combat it. Quick throws, ball out of his hand to his receivers, faster.
2nd and 2 from the 40. Rodgers into traffic, gets complete to the 45-yard line. That's going to be a first down, and that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Rodgers.
All right, caramba, guys.
Got the experience, can lead the Jets to
Yep. This is definitely nerve-wracking. Turnover would be huge. They're close to field goal range as it is. At this point, if you're Denver, you're probably kind of hoping that you can get the ball back. You've only got 2 timeouts. That fumble could seriously come back to bite Denver. It really could. Dude, that was frustrating. That was absolutely frustrating. And the fact of the matter is, that's on Sean Payton for wasting that challenge there on that one where the knee was on the sideline. I believe it was Garrett Wilson. Bro, this is bad situational football in a close game like that, possibly coming back to bite Sean Payton in the ass. Absolutely frustrating. Denver's only got 2 timeouts. Yeah. I am definitely nervous. Man, that wasted challenge, man. That could really come back to bite. Yep, it's clear as day. He's not down when that ball starts to come out.
This is to help you follow your heart. Stay tuned for the NFL Today update delivered by Little Caesars, time permitting.
Yeah.
Scores.
So,
Highlights. 2 minutes to play. Denver 10. Jets 9.
Jets are at their own 45. First and 10. Rodgers incomplete. Pat Surtain, tacky coverage on Garrett Wilson. 2nd and 10. Textbook coverage by PS2.
Move made, he cuts inside, stays right on the hip pocket. The ball's delivered quickly as expected.
You think back to when the Jets acquired Aaron Rodgers, Denver was the other team mentioned.
Talk about running back.
Sure was. And it was going to happen too. Packers got cold feet. 2nd and 10. Rodgers, incomplete. Tries to throw it down the seam to Garrett Wilson. That's going to bring up a 3rd down and 10.
It's 3rd and 10 with 1:53 on the clock.
Minute 53 left. Jets still have all 3 of their timeouts. Denver's got 2 timeouts. So if the Jets get a chunk play here and get into field goal range, I highly anticipate Denver to start popping timeouts. 3rd and 10.
Jets have to be thinking 2 plays for the 10 yards necessary with 1:53 on the clock.
Trips to the right for the Jets.
Shotgun.
1 at the bottom. Wilson or Rodgers, incomplete. Looked like he was trying to go back shoulder there to Xavier Gibson, and Gibson didn't turn. It's 4th down.
Jets have all 3 timeouts remaining.
Jets still have all 3 timeouts, so if they don't get this, it's not over just yet. 4th down and 10. Let's see what Vance Joseph dials up here. 4th down. Here we go. What does Vance Joseph dial up? Just got the snap off. Aaron Rodgers is sacked! PJ Luck blasts him all the way back at the 34. Denver is already in field goal range too. Vance Joseph dials up the nickel blitz. PJ Luck in the slot. Down he freaking comes. Dude. Yes. Oh, hell no. Vance isn't going to sit back and let Rodgers find a matchup. He's going to blast him. Yep, they bring more than the New York Jets can block on one side, and that is that. They're already on the edge of field goal range too, man. This is about as good of a situation as you can get for Denver. Let's put this game away. Let's go. Let's go. Dude, is this the same Vance Joseph that gave up 70 to the Dolphins? All right. Run the damn ball. McLaughlin tackled in the backfield. Jets going to pop timeout number 1. Okay. All right, boys. Here we go. Let's close this game out. Let's close this game out, boys. Let's freaking go. Oh, gee. All right, got to close this game out. You're on the edge of field goal range, so you can just get some positive yardage here, make this an easier field goal attempt for Will Lutz. Will kicks that field goal. You're feeling pretty good. Nix. Uh-oh, Nix. Sidearm sling complete. Javonte Williams, and he stays in bounds. There you go. 3rd down. Jets call their 2nd timeout. 1:36 left. What's going on, Gabe? Good to see you, bro. Defense is freaking right. Oh, boy. Okay. 3rd down and 5. Broncos can get a 1st down here. It's over. Broncos can get a 1st down here. This game is over. They bring McLaughlin into the backfield. He is to the right of Nix. 3 receivers at the top of the screen in a bunch formation. Now they bring McLaughlin over there. Nix, he's just going to go down. Smart play. Jets going to call a timeout. And now they're going to bring Will Lutz in. So the Jets are going to, well, let's see. Let's got to, of course, execute this field goal here. New York calls their last timeout.
Made one from 47 yards away.
All right.
Been the conduit for Sean Payton and the rookie QB.
I first met Davis Webb as a freshman in Texas.
Justice. Oh my God. Long time no see. Hopefully you are doing well, Jess. Good to see you. My God, it has been a long time. 50-yard attempt for Will Lutz to make the Broncos feel pretty good. Lutz from 50 out. He pulled it. Will Lutz, no good. His first miss of the season. It's a 1-point game, a minute 27, and the Jets get the ball at their own 40. They don't have any timeouts. It was a good snap, a good hold. Will Lutz just pulled the kick. Ay, caramba. Robert Saleh's fired up.
So how many yards do the Jets need to get into zero-line range? You're talking about 30 yards.
30 yards. Can't play passive here if you're defense. You cannot play soft zone. Don't make it easy for them. If you lose a one-on-one matchup, that's fine. You can live with that. Just don't make it easy for them. Tosses it to Breece Hall. Breece Hall gets near midfield. He's still in bounds. Jets can't stop the clock. They've got no timeouts. Just outside midfield. They hurry him up to the line. Rodgers has all kinds of time. Rodgers floats it. Incomplete, and there's a flag. Several flags. Mike Williams and Riley Moss, and that's probably going to be it. Ay. Easy call. Without a doubt, that's PI. So now you've got to really be careful here. If you're Denver, use your timeouts. They're in field goal range now. First down and 10. It's a 54-yard field goal from here. Denver's bringing pressure. Rodgers gets it out quickly, and it's off the hands of Allen Lazard. Incomplete. That actually helps the Jets. It stops the clock. Helps Denver, too, because they don't have to use a timeout. Denver needs to get a sack here. Aaron knows he can't take a sack. He's gonna get the ball out quick. Denver's got to dial something up here. Force the Jets into a mistake.
Here's where we are. 1:01 on the clock. Denver 10.
You got to force the Jets into a mistake. Second and 10. Rodgers goes underneath. Caught by Mike Williams. Sean Payton calls timeout. 56 seconds. And it's third down.
Line of scrimmage is now the Broncos 32. Greg Zuerlein is a 13-year veteran. Game summary, Nix, a touchdown to Sutton for the Jets.
Okay, Jess. So Denver's got one timeout now. The New York Jets are out of timeouts. There is, I'm going to see the clock in just 1 second. 56 seconds left on the clock. It's 3rd and 6 for New York. They're in field goal range right now. Yeah, Denver called timeout. They're at the 32-yard line. Empty backfield. Rodgers in trouble. Yeets it. Incomplete. And that preserves a timeout for Denver. Jets have to kick this right now. Rodgers is gimpy. He is definitely dealing with an injury here. Okay, so that actually works out about as well as Denver. This is about as well as it could have worked out for Denver. Rodgers dealing with that leg injury, man. You can tell his hammy is messed up. He's pissed off. All right. This is going to be about as good of a situation as you can get here for Denver because you're going to have 50 seconds and a timeout to get into field goal range. 50 yards. Greg Zerla. He yoinked it. He yoinked it. It's no good. It's no good. And the Denver Broncos are going to win the football game. The Denver Broncos win. So Will Lutz pulls the kick to ice it away, and Greg Zuerlein pulls the kick to win it. The New York Jets lose. The Denver Broncos get back up to 500, their second win of the year. Somehow, some way, the Denver Broncos find a way to win the game. Holy crap, dude. Oh, I'm spent. Bro, I am freaking drained. What a win, dude. Oh, my God. I haven't felt this drained after a win since the Buffalo game last year. That was the last time I felt this drained after a win. I don't care how ugly that was, Broncos country. A win is a freaking win. Yes! Those are the ones that you just feel really good afterwards, man. You feel really good. You go in on the road, win a game that you're not supposed to win. You fight every single down to the last breath. I am so proud of this football team, dude. They find a way to get the job done. Thank you so much, BK, for the 5 bones, buddy. Really appreciate it. Low score, but hell of a game. Nervous. Never felt that nervous in a while. Seriously, Jess, like it is never a Denver Broncos game without drama. Seriously, like, bro. Zach happy again? Absolutely. Game ball to Vance Joseph. Oh, yeah. Vance Joseph gets a game ball. I'd say Javonte Williams probably deserves the game ball. But Vance Joseph, man, this was a Vance Joseph win through and through. Bro, I am so proud of this team. I cannot even begin to stress how proud I am of this team. That was a resilient win. That was a freaking resilient win. The Denver Broncos defeat the New York Jets 10-9 in the Nathaniel Hackett Bowl. They finally get the revenge. It comes a year late, but it feels even better that it comes against Aaron Rodgers and company. This one feels good, Broncos country. All right, you know what time it is. It's time for the post-game show. So we're going to dip out of here. I'm going to get the post-game show set up. We'll be live in about 5 minutes. Before we dip out of here, though, guys, if you could just do me a big favor, leave a like on this stream as well as subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it, guys. Those are both free and easy ways to show your support. It tells YouTube's algorithm to push us out and helps us get seen by more and more members of Broncos country, just like you and me. Thank you so much to the entire Syndicate family for tuning into this one. And until next time, guys, I'm your host, Gage Madrid, saying peace out.